Okay, it's showtime. How's it going, everybody? How you doing? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here with Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome to the show this morning. Hope you're having a good morning so far. It's early. We're going to get things started here. Watching what's happening around the world and see what is going on. We have positive indicators to start the day for sure. All morning long, we've had positive indicators coming our way, and I'm happy to report them to you. It looks like our friends over at the Dow, we're showing a 360 point gain so far pre-market. This is a continuation of yesterday's follow through from Friday night in the last hour Friday. You remember, those of you who were here, we closed Friday night, I guess, with we were down 300 points with an hour to go on Friday afternoon. And then in the last hour, we popped up to lose only 59 points on the Dow. Monday morning, yesterday, the buying continued, and I told you to watch that. Be careful. Let's see the first hour if this is a continuation or it's going to be a phase out. Didn't phase out at all, kept going. We held a 600 point gain, 500 point gain, up to a 700 point gain almost all day yesterday, and had a good day. And now overnight, the momentum continues, and we're now up 359 on the pre-market here in the morning on the Dow. The good news on top of that news, because there's more, S&P is up as well. It's up 60 points, on 1.3%, even better than the Dow, which is up 1% right now, pre-market indicating. The NASDAQ is up 1.8%. It's actually outdoing the Dow. It was lagging all day yesterday. The Dow was surging ahead, and the NASDAQ was actually negative for a while. Would go positive, go negative. Then finally went positive, came along for a bit of a gain, but now it's leading the Dow. So that's a good sign. That means the big boys, the FANG stocks, are catching fire across the board. It would seem a 284 point gain on NASDAQ, up 1.8%. 60 on S&P, 357 on the Dow. We have a definite good start to the day today. Now, oil up as well, up $1.89 a barrel to 71.38. Optimism reigns supreme that perhaps maybe this variant of this virus we've been talking about, this new one, maybe it's not as bad as it sounded, or it spreads easier. It's like a cold. Everybody gets this thing or can, but the effects might not be as bad. We don't know yet the final tally. It's going to take a few more weeks to really see just whom could be affected by it and by how much. We'll have to wait and see on that. Nonetheless, stocks are higher in the pre-market, and shares, companies that we follow here on this channel, yeah, we're interested to see what's going on. We're noticing like Rocket Lab this morning, 1282 up 54 cents so far in the pre-market. We're happy to see that. SoFi, 1641 up 69 cents, up 4.39%. We even saw this as high as, I think, 1660 this morning. GameStop up $6.87. So just under $174, 173.99. Good to see that. Always good to see stocks going up. Matterport, hey, 24.88 was the last quote I saw. Now I see it at 25.19. 25.27. We're up $1.91 in the pre-market on Matterport today. Very good move here. 115,000 pre-market trading, looking very, very nice. So that's great. We talked about this yesterday, but I know, when will Matterport sort of, flush itself out on this correction? Because it went from the low 20s all the way to 37. It's come back. Is it going to bounce up? Well, now it's up 190 in the pre-market to 25.26. So it looks like the worst might be over for the moment. We'll see. We still got about 56 minutes before we open, and then we'll see the opening. 23andMe, hey, $8.11. We're up over $11 on this thing, up 23 cents. Nothing crazy, but we'll take that. Spire, whoa, 447 last trade, up 23 cents. I saw a trade this morning, I think at 465, something in the neighborhood. Spire has scored another deal. boring old Spire, they just keep signing contracts with the leading world space agencies, going through all the due diligence of, whether they're real or not and whether they're secure enough or not to, work with countries' top secret satellite system. Yeah, they pass the test each and every time. The stock doesn't reflect it, 447 a share. I mean, you can't trust these guys. Well, you can't trust these guys. These guys are doing just fine corporately. It's the stock that's not performing. But maybe today is a bit of a sign that, hey, games are over. They've taken over Exact Earth. They've now scored another contract with the European Space Agency. Hello, this is legit. I only wish, my only complaint, my only request, I got a request, and that is I see these contracts announced by various companies all the time. I see it's like a new trend in business where companies announce that they have entered into an agreement or have signed a commitment or whatever, but no dollars are ever talked about, no timing, no impact, nothing. So we have here Spire getting a quote, a contract, unquote, from the European Space Agency. Great. How much? Hello, we're shareholders out here. Hello, what does this mean to us? The fact that you don't tell us how much money is involved tells me it's not a lot of money. I'm just an old man that kind of goes, hey, if you signed a multi-billion-dollar deal, I think you'd be bragging about it. But you're not bragging about it. You're just mentioning that you've signed a contract with the European Space Agency. Yay! No dollars. How is this worth 500,000 a year? Is this worth $100,000 a year? Is this a $5 million contract? Is this a 5-year deal? How long is the deal for? Uh, is it a deal that can expand in size based on how many satellites are being managed? What? Anything? I'm not getting anything. I'm just getting a lot of gobbledygook from these companies. And again, I'm not picking on Spire. I'm not mad at them or anything. I'm not upset. I'm just saying, hey, guys, I'd like a little detail here. I read these announcements, and they're just impossible to understand unless maybe you work at this company. Um, because it says here that the headline, Spire Global awarded contract under European Space Agency's NAVISP Element 2 program. What the hell does that mean? And then the next line, subheadline, company to develop flexible geolocation signal processing tools. What the hell does that mean? And then, the meat of the article, like the announcement, Spire Global, a leading global provider of space based data analytics and space services, has been awarded a contract under the European Space Agency's ESA Navigation, Innovation and Support Program, Element 2 program funded by UK Space Agency. So it's a European Space Agency contract funded by the UK Space Agency. Okay, Spire will work with NAVISP, NAVISP, to build on the current capabilities of the Spire constellation and develop tools needed for geolocation signal processing, which will be applied toward geolocating global navigation satellite system GNSS interferences interferences coming from Earth's surface. Huh? Spire's low Earth orbit (LEO) nano satellite technology will be used to collect suspect interfering RF signals from a range of geographic areas prone to disruptions. Advanced processing algorithms will be developed to characterize the collected signals in support of a range of potential use cases. You know what we need here? What we need is an Uncle Bruce to create a channel to help disseminate what the hell these announcements are. We need an Uncle Bruce to explain this stuff in plain English. Oh, and by the way, could you tell us how much the contract is worth Is it just a monthly consulting contract for $20,000 a month, or 200,000 a month, or a million a month, or is it an annual $5 million budget thing? I mean, help me out here. I'm a shareholder, and we're trying to figure out the impact that this will have on the company. You know, the company, Spire, how will its shares do? Because shares trade in dollars. They don't trade in shares. Don't trade in contractual negotiated things. Shares trade in pennies, dollars, and we'd like to know: is this good for the company? Is this going to dramatically change the value of Spire? Is this going to make an analyst on Wall Street go, "Oh wow, holy crap! I didn't know these guys were going to nail down a $1 billion infrastructure satellite something. I didn't know." Or is it what I think it is? What I fear it could be? Yeah, it's a contract. It's worth 100,000 a year. It'll help keep the lights on a little bit, but we don't make a lot of money on this. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know how to know. I don't know how I can know this info. And so I'm your buddy, willing to and wanting to desperately. I want to desperately tell you how well Spire is doing. I really do. You probably know that. You've probably kind of felt that, that I kind of, mentioned that you buy this stock because there's a day coming your way that is going to really make it a good day for you. This kind of announcement, I would just love to come out and say, that Spire you've been buying for the last 6 months, as it's been going lower and lower and lower. You've been picking it up and picking up. I got good news for you guys. Oh, this is big. I can't tell you that because I don't know how big is big. I don't know what. I don't know. Now, if anyone out there can fill me in, fill us all in on just how juicy this thing is, you can either send me a private email and I'll relay the info, or if you're a member, 200 characters at a time. Give us a sign. Anybody, if anyone knows, if anybody can figure out through the UK Space Agency how much this contract is going to cost the UK Space Agency under some kind of a Freedom of Information Act. Is that how we have to do this? I have no idea. Is this top secret stuff? Like, is this like CIA, type level security that we'll never know about, and so we don't ever know what the numbers are? Like, this is a publicly traded company. They have to reveal their income, expenses, revenue, all that stuff. But we're not getting it on this announcement. Anyway, there you have. That's your buddy Uncle Bruce, desperately trying to keep you posted on what's happening with your markets out there. Okay, I do the best I can with what little I have, and I got very little. Anyway, there's the latest. Okay. Other than that, what else is going on? What else can I talk to you about? ATIP. 321, no trades really in the pre-market. We got nothing going on at the moment. The 321 indicated that was the last trade last night, down 11 cents. Let's see if I have anything else over here on my big ass iPad. It doesn't look like I have anything else. We'll go back to Matterport over there. 2520 up 184. Thank you very much. Dow up 347. S&P up 61. NASDAQ up 299. Over here on my other device, taking a look at what's going on here. The U.S. trade deficit sinks 18% in October, says a headline, as exports surge. So that's good news. Good for the U.S. dollar, probably lower rates perhaps, and maybe a better market. I don't know. We'll see how that way it plays out. Other than all of that, waiting to see just what the impact is going to be on a bunch of our other stocks here today in the opening. 1 minute, let me take a look here. We're looking at 23andMe was up this morning. It's showing 810 up 22 cents. I don't have any volume or news for you. And then what else was I looking at here? SmartRent 1017 last trade last night. No new trades this morning. So we're keeping an eye on that. Apple got an upgrade today. I don't know. I forgot the name of the house that upgraded it, but one of the firms, an analyst, has upgraded Apple to $200 a share, new target price. It's at 169 right now, 169.41, up $4 a share right now on Apple. And I know that some of you out there have written calls, and you were grateful that the shares backed off a little bit the other day. How you doing now? I don't know. Did you cover? Did you roll over? What did you guys do? We'll see how that plays out. Sixtera, CYXT, 997 down 13 cents on 3 shares of volume. So got nothing going on to talk to you about there at the moment. Very quiet. Intel. There's some news breaking on Intel today. That's one of the shares that I have as one of my recommended stocks. Although I don't know if any of you own any Intel, or if any of you out there bought long-term options, or do you write contracts against Intel? I don't know if any of you do it. But news on the Intel front, which is quite good. It's they own an entity. They own an entity called, is it oh gosh, under pressure now, I can't remember the name of the darn thing. Hang on, hang on, I gotta take a peek here at my machine and figure this out. Pardon me, folks, while I scramble to get it to INTC. I can't remember the symbol off the top of my head. Getting old. 54.72 is the last trade of the stock right now, pre-market, up 373. And they are talking about an IPO for something called Mobileye. Now, this is a company that Intel bought a number of years ago for, I believe, $15 billion, and it is a growing unit inside Intel. And the plan is to spin off Mobileye into a separate public company. And this is a positive for the shares of Intel. If you split the company up a bit, you're more apart than together. That's kind of the thinking out there. It acquired the company for $15.3 billion in 2017. I'm just reading this in an article here, and they want to take it public mid-2022 through an IPO, and the shares. So the company says it'll create value for Intel shareholders. It'll remain a majority shareholder of Mobileye going forward. So only a chunk of Mobileye is being offered to the marketplace, and we'll see how that kind of goes. Let's see. The last time it listed, Mobileye, was 2014 on New York, when it received the takeover offer, from Intel. It had gone public in 2007, I think, from what I can see. Anyway, that's what I'm noticing here. So Intel shares are higher based on the fact that shareholders of Intel will finally enjoy a little bit of capital gain upside, or value upside, because you're going to take 100% of Mobileye, maybe list 25% of it, 20% of it, put the stock out there, let it trade on the open market, and of course, with upwards of 70-80% of the company still held by Intel shareholders, what you have is a company that the analysts are going to go, oh, okay, Mobileye is trading at a market cap of $20 billion, and Intel owns X amount of that company, and so that'll affect the company. It'll affect Intel to this degree. As I'm sitting here, yammering on here and stammering, the company's market cap is $200 billion. That's Intel right now, $200 billion. If Mobileye starts trading and trades well, and trades over 20 billion valuation, even 30 or 40 billion valuation, that could have a 10-15% impact or more on the stock of Intel above and beyond. And it would give the stock perhaps a bit of momentum for analysts to say, I would buy Intel now, because as I am speaking to you here at 8:49 in the morning in Eastern time, Intel trading last night at $49 at $50.99 last night. The PE multiple on Intel is 9.9. Now you tell me another high-tech company, another company in the high-tech business trading at 9.9 times PE multiple. I mean, You got to be kidding me. Apple is sitting at 169 right now in the pre-market. Closed last night at 165.32. The PE multiple for Apple 29.48. Now, the two companies couldn't be further apart. There's no similarity between the two, but they're both in the high tech business. And Apple buys Intel chips, or had been in the past. But Apple trades at almost 30 times earnings. Intel trades at 10 times earnings. So where's your upside? I think to go from 10 times earnings to 15 times earnings would be a far more reasonable wager to make. That would take Intel from 50 to 75 bucks a share, or the equivalent of Apple going from 160 to 240. Okay, I think they can call Apple a $200 stock if they want, but I bet you that Intel getting to 75 would be a lot more realistic to happen. And then it would still be trading at 15 times earnings. If we're to trade at 20 times earnings, it's a double to 110 bucks right now. That would be based on the current price on the Intel. Just thoughts. Anyway, making a move like this is, I think, is the prudent thing to do. And those of you who don't catch it, you've been watching me every day here for weeks and months. You know, we have been talking about how corporate America is splitting itself apart. We have GE, General Electric, putting itself into three different pieces. We've got IBM that's already split into two separate pieces. Now we're talking about Intel here. They're not talking about splitting into different pieces, but that's what they're doing. They're breaking themselves up into smaller chunks. Interesting. Now, Intel will be the mother company holding the majority of Mobileye, but nonetheless, Mobileye will be a publicly traded company unto itself, which means, in a funny kind of way, you now have to hire another receptionist. You have to hire another team of lawyers. You have to have another board of directors. You have to have auditors, accountants, the legal profession. I mean, on and on it goes. A duplication of all these positions for the Mobileye company, which will be a separately functioning company that Intel happens to own a majority piece of. But as far as Intel is concerned and their board of directors, and probably Wall Street, they're probably saying to Intel, this is a smart move, you guys. You're better off to break your company up with this chunk over here, because it's highly profitable. It's a growing area. It's automation in automobiles, self-driving automobiles. You think there's a potential upside there? Take advantage of a real hot market. The market is hot for stuff like this. And it's a recognizable brand name. You don't have to go out and sell this company. You don't have to go out and educate the world on who they are, what they do. It's pretty obvious what Mobileye does. And there's a strong following in Wall Street for this thing. So I can see for Intel, this could add 10, 20 bucks a share to the value of Intel stock, just this move. Interesting. But it'll take till mid 2022 to fully execute. But now we know the roadmap that Intel is on. Intel has indicated and is showing their hand, and they're showing you their hand in poker, going, this is what we're doing. We got a full house here, and we're going to spin this one off. And this will raise capital, bring capital in, because you're selling stock to the world. How much of the capital will fund Mobileye going forward? I don't know, but Mobileye can raise billions if it needed it. Going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Morgan Stanley is the company, the brokerage firm that raised Apple to $200 a share. Morgan Stanley calls Apple the $200 stock now. That's their target price for Apple. So that's another one of my favorites. Interesting to see how that plays out. Those of you who want to play options on Apple by writing options, the way to do it is to do poor man covered calls. What you do is you buy options in Apple that are well in the money, like say buy 150s, for example, or 140s. And these are out until next March, April, May, perhaps. What you're doing and what you're looking for, what you're shopping for, is you're trying to buy call options that are in the money substantially, and that at least 90 or 95% of the amount of the money that you're using to buy the call is only being used to pay for book value. And if you can perhaps have less than 10 or even less than 5% of the purchase price of these contracts be premium, time premium, you got the right kind of call to use to now write calls against it. Because The thing is, if you buy an in the money call option on Apple, say at 150, and the stock's sitting at, or let's say at 120, and the stock's trading at 160 or 170, if it's $40 in the money, let's suppose, but you're paying $60 for the contract, you're paying $20 time premium on top of the $40 book value. You're going to lose that $20 between now and when that contract expires. And the contract will only trade at its book value at the end of that contract's life. And your strategy right now is to hold the contract for several months while you write short-term call contracts ahead of the stock right now, using this call contract as your backup to deliver stock if you get called. In any event, if you're paying $20 or 50% more for a call option than it's worth in book value, you're losing on the time value on this contract while you're gaining on writing options on this contract. You're not making any money. You're better off paying $45 for a contract worth $40 with only $5 premium for, say, a 6-month contract or a 5-month contract. That's $1 a month that you're risking time value, if the stock stays stagnant, by the way. And now you're writing calls against the stock ahead of the market. So if the stock's 165 right now, you're writing 167s or 169s or 170s or 173s or 175s or whatever you're doing. If the stock is 170, you're writing 174s, 175s, 177. You're ahead of the market by a week or 2 or 3 at a time by $5 or $10 a share. That's what you're trying to do. Okay? That's the game plan that you're trying to play here, so that you're bringing income in against the contract you bought. And if you can net out, say on Apple, if you can net out maybe $4 a month on contract premiums over a 30-day window on average by watching contracts, having them depreciate with time value, then what you have is a $4,000 investment or something like that, $4,500 investment generating to you $300-400 a month coming in. And for 5 months, you're bringing in $1,500 to $2,000 in premium money against a $4,000 investment. That's almost half your money. And if the plan works to the perfection, the shares slowly keep rising up and up and up and up to get to the 180 level by the time 6 months goes by. Those calls that you bought, those 120 calls, $40 in the money, are now $60 in the money. And so that call has gone up substantially in actual value. You still own it, and you've made money on these calls. In the meantime, you're now rolling over, buying a new long-term call to replace the old one for another 6 months, again, 90% or less in cost, and then writing contracts continually. And you can play the game, where you buy an in-the-money call that's got, say, 8 months of life in it, just for example, but you only hold it for 2 months. You're only holding it for the 2 months because you're paying, say, a $7 or $8 premium, time premium on that contract. But in 2 months, the time premium will still be about $5. So you then sell it and buy another 2 month further out contract to replace this one. So you're always 8 months out, down to 6, going out 8, back to 6, out 8. So for 2 months at a time, 60 days at a time, you're holding a call that you're using to write options on it. The last option expires. Now you sell that call, buy a new call that's 8 months out, and start writing options on it, and keep rolling these over and staying ahead of the market. That might be a strategy you employ, so that you always only hold call options that are way out there in time, lots of time, and you don't suffer a lot of depreciation, because if a time value depreciation, it's all book value that you're trying to buy and hold on to. So that can be another way to play. Goldman Sachs, you can do that. Microsoft shares, you can use those. Intel, if you wanted to. Facebook, if you wanted to. These high-end type of companies, this is stuff you can work on. Don't know about whether you can do it with Amazon or Google, because these are $3,000 stocks. I haven't even bothered looking at call options on those stocks. I don't even bother. Tesla, I don't bother at all, because the premiums on these are ridiculous. There's no way you can. It may be so unaffordable for you to buy just one call contract deep in the money on Tesla that you got to come up with $100,000 to buy a contract to then write a contract against it. It's too much. If you believe in the upside of stock, though, if you believe that a stock is going to go higher in value, but you can't afford it, you might then want to look at either buying long-term calls. There's a strategy, obviously. Or the other one is to write cash secured puts. And again, though, the catch is you got to fund the put contract, which is in effect the price you would have to pay to buy the stock in its entirety. So if you're writing a GameStop cash secured put and you're writing a 160, for example, you have to put up $16,000 to write one put contract on GameStop. Now, if the premium is $20 because it's a longer term issued put, you're bringing in $2,000. So now you're only paying $140 net for the stock if you were to exercise. You could write a put further out and probably bring in $30 or $35. Again, I'm totally speculating here. I don't have my option chain in front of me, so don't quote me on these numbers. But it can be that you can fund the writing of a put contract out quite a ways in time, pick the contract price you want, finding the best premium you can get for doing it, and the strategy and the strategic move you want to make is if you write a put contract, you want to be paid a serious premium over and above the book value of the contract if it has a book value, so that you're compensated to write this put. You have to be paid something to do this. So if you're putting up 16 grand on GameStop and you can earn a $3,000, $3,200 profit on a contract over 6 months, you can at least go, all right, I can make $3,200 on a $16,000 investment if the shares stay at this price or go higher. That's 20% on your money. Great. If the shares stay at this price or go higher now, like earlier than 6 months from now, in the next 3 months, they go nicely higher, those puts will shrink very quickly. And you may find that, oh, wow, I'm already up 10% on my money in like 2 weeks. I don't have to wait 6 months to get 20%. I'll wait 2 weeks to make 10. I'll take this 10% profit on my total investment, 16 grand. I'm happy to make $1,600 on this flip. And I'll get out of this put and I'll get into another one and roll over into perhaps a different contract. This is why you take my lessons on my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. Head over there, check out the lessons. I think lesson number 8 covers poor man covered call. I can't remember what number it covers writing puts. One of them does. Check it out and get schmata and make some money. Thank you, everybody, for being here this morning. It's great to see you. I know a lot of you are writing calls right now. You have been writing calls lately. You're looking to do a cash secured put. Some of you are buying call options, taking my advice and buying way out in time contracts to be on the safe side. A number of you are not taking my advice. You're listening to what I say, but you're not doing what I'm telling you to do, and you're buying very short call options or put options, and you are gambling. But you are admittedly saying, you didn't tell me to do this, but I did do this. And it's your call, however you want to play it. I am not your broker. I am a guy trying to explain in plain English what's going on out here in the markets. You have to make your call as to what it is you want to do with your money and the risk tolerance you want to endure. Matterport is now 25.10 on the pre-market. I'm happy to report up 174. So that's nice to see that stock picking up a bit of steam there. I'm going to take a look at some of our other favorite stocks and see how we're doing here. We have Rocket Lab right now. Let's take a look here as my machine slowly updates so I can update this thing for us. I was looking at Rocket Lab at 1282 a while ago. We'll see if that's still the case. Sorry for the delay, but internet is what it is. There are times it just doesn't go fast enough for any of us. Rocket Lab, 1282 is what I'm showing right now. Still the same price from what I can gather here. Other quotes, SoFi, 1641, no, 1637, we're in that neighborhood, 1638 on SoFi on 820,000 pre-market volume. That's good. That's a good sign. So we're strengthening here. Let's move on to GameStop, now showing 170, still showing 173.99 as best as I can see it, 173.75 on 16,000 volume pre-market. Matterport 2510. It would seem to be the indication that is not changing with a refresh. Okay, 23andMe is showing last trade pre-market. It looks like 811, 810 on 18,000. Okay, that's a gain. Spire on the pre-market now is indicating 442, up 18 cents, best as I can see here. On let's see, I've lost the rest of that, so we're out of there. So we'll go back one and forward here, and ATIP will do it the old-fashioned way. We'll punch in the quote. 321 on ATIP. Nothing going on yet. Very, very dead market at the moment. And let's see, CYXT, that would be Sextera. Nope, wrong quote, Bruce. You got the wrong symbol. Here we go. 997, no volume, no, nothing new here. I got nothing for us on this one. So I'm not showing a lot else happening at this point. Smart Rent, maybe. See if I can get it to pop up here. No volume. I see three trade. It's irrelevant. Whatever the quote is irrelevant. It is not current. That is where we're at this morning, everybody. Welcome one, welcome all. The Dow is holding a 330 gain. S&P up 58, NASDAQ up 292. The United States has officially boycotted the China Winter Olympics with what is called a diplomatic boycott. Has it ever been done before? No. Does it mean a damn thing? No. Is it a strong repudiation of China's human rights? No. It's a nothing burger. It is a complete joke. It is a complete farce, and it is a complete cop-out of the United States government trying to make a point to the Chinese government. And the Chinese government to be just as idiotic as the Americans, because no one is smart here. Believe me, no one is smart here. Everyone's an idiot. China is saying, oh, we didn't invite you anyway. Like, we're not going to invite you guys. Oh, give me a break. These children who are the leaders of our world. I mean, these people have fingers on red buttons that can launch hypersonic nuclear missiles at every city in the world in a split second. These are the people that are in charge of our lives right now. How safe do you feel? You feel safer today? Absolute idiotic behavior at diplomatic levels, and everyone trying to get a sound bite in there. It is a freaking joke, and it just goes to show how powerless Washington is against Beijing, how petty Beijing is with Washington, and we out here in the real world trying to survive every day have to tolerate this behavior. I mean, either poop or get off the pot. I mean, step up and do something, or don't do a damn thing and shut the hell up. Tell your athletes not to go. Tell the networks you can't broadcast. I mean, make a move, but that's not going to happen. Washington is terrified, or maybe not terrified. Washington is so owned by corporate America that they're not going to tell the athletes not to go because they're free. These incredible people who train all their lives to to perfect their craft, whether it's Winter Olympics, Summer Olympic, what have you, we never hear about them until Showtime, which is the Olympics. The IOC exploits these athletes for everything they've got, give them nothing. I mean, virtually nothing. They haul in billions in dollars. These countries bid for the right to hold the games, which is in effect a right to now sell TV rights to viewers for billions of dollars for our enjoyment and entertainment in our living room. And I can tell you that the figure skating finals that the women want to watch, this is a big deal to the gals. It'll be broadcast at 7 o'clock Eastern time on a tape delay basis. Even if China runs it at their prime time, it'll be broadcast in the U.S. in U.S. prime time, and you will get all the commercials just laced in there like you cannot believe you will get commercials on US television because it's a tape delay. They're going to chop up the live presentation of these skating championships and the hockey games and everything else to, to shove ads in there and shove them down our throats. And the corporate America advertisers, the broadcasters, and all the sponsors own Washington, and Washington is gutless to tell the team not to go. And that is the bottom line. And the Canadians aren't boycotting, the Germans aren't boycotting, the Brits aren't boycotting. We're all sending our the best of our youth over to Beijing, and yet we're protesting how they handle human rights. Give me a break. It is just a laughable joke is what it is. And if I were 22, I'd be gullible enough to go, oh, yeah, way to go, USA. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to tell those guys. It's stupid. It is just so stupid. And it never stops. Never, ever stop. For whatever reason, I don't get it. There are people in the PR business that believe that we forget that, well, in Moscow, we didn't send the team. We didn't send the entire team. And in '84, the Soviets retaliated against the United States by not showing up in Los Angeles. But the Americans turned Los Angeles into a love fest for the American flag. Oh, it was just the greatest red, white, and blue display of physical dominance the world has ever seen. Well, yeah, if half the athletes of the world don't show up to compete against you, you're going to win more gold medals than anyone else. Duh. It was so stupid. 1984 was stupid. 1980 was stupid. Seoul 1988. We got back into the very last time that the superpowers sent their athletes, and then in 1992, the wall had come down and things changed forever. And here we are back, going right back to the stupid old days, except we're talking the talk and we're not walking the walk. That's the difference. The administration in Washington is talking like they care about human rights, but not doing a damn thing about it. And countries like Myanmar have a military takeover. The United States isn't doing a damn thing about it. And other countries like Sudan are falling apart. North Sudan, South Sudan, falling apart. And the Americans are doing nothing, or at least it would appear that nothing is being done because it's not good for the ratings and it's not good for corporate sponsorship. And what's the point of getting involved in world events if corporate America isn't going to reward politicians with a whole bunch of money through super PACs to get reelected? There's nothing in it. So keep corporate America happy, keep the games going in Beijing, send those athletes in there who are doing it for nothing, virtually nothing, and exploit them for all it's worth. And don't forget to make those beautiful 5-minute sob story videos about every athlete that's going to the games, and make sure if there's a relative of that athlete that is in a wheelchair or something, get the camera on the wheelchair. Get the camera on the wheelchair. Get Americans crying and oh, isn't that great? This figure skater has a brother-in-law that broke his leg skiing. I mean, give me a break. I'm an old man. You can tell, can't you? I've had enough, and it is pathetic. Anyway, there it is. There's the world. But what has that got to do with the markets? It has a lot to do with the markets because perception is reality. And corporate America is out to advertise to us how great they are, how fantastic things are, how wonderful a world in which we live because corporate America, corporate Canada, corporate UK, corporate Germany, corporate everything. I'm not picking on America. I'm really not. You might think I am. Most of my viewers are Americans and they think I'm picking on them. I'm not. I am telling you the way it is everywhere, and we're all sick of it. We, the public, are just up to here with this gobbledygook of crap. We see right through it. You guys can't even disguise it anymore. You know what blows my mind too? Here's another little beef of mine. Next time you're watching TV, the best way to watch television is put the mute button on. By the way, it's the best way to watch TV because then you can really analyze it. Because sound is such a deceptor. It's so deceptive. Sound is so deceptive. But the next time you watch anything on television, especially network television, You ask yourself, how many commercials do you guys get that are national commercials that are cartoons? How many commercials do you get that are actually cartoons? You don't have people acting in commercials. You know, in the old days, Art Linkletter would show you how great the Timex watch was, and he would attach it to the blade of a out of an outboard motor for a boat. They'd bring a big tank, a glass tank, onto the stage of a live TV show, and they'd start this motor up. Then it would start spinning, and the Timex would be on this blade. And they'd run it for like 20 seconds, and then the racket this thing would make, it would be stupid. They'd shut the motor off, pull out the blade, and then bring the camera right to the blade, and you could see the watch ticking, the second hand ticking. Today, cartoons are what is used to get us to buy insurance, to get us to buy anything, to whatever the product is. It's unbelievable how many cartoons are used. When we were children, we loved watching cartoons because anything could be done. You could do anything with a cartoon. The Roadrunner and the Wile E. Coyote, the stunts that were being put, you couldn't do that in real life, but with a cartoon, you could make that happen. We now have cartoons to sell us goods by corporate America and corporate Canada and corporate US, everybody, corporate everybody. It's incredible how many cartoons are used to now dumb it down. I mean, dumb it down to us because they think we're that stupid that we now need cartoons to buy product from these people. It's unbelievable. But hey, I remember in the old days, there used to be, you'd have spokesmen for products, and we look at that and go, "Are you kidding me? They still do that today?" And they do. They still have spokespeople to sell us the reverse mortgage or life insurance or whatever. Just like it was done in the 50s and the 60s, they do that too. It just hasn't changed. I mean, it really hasn't changed much. Although over the years, we've had some great advertising campaigns that have been memorable, like Where's the Beef for Wendy's, or I can't believe I ate the whole thing for Alka-Seltzer. And yeah, there were some classic commercials made over the years. But boy, so many of them today, dumbed down or what? I mean, they must think we are absolute morons. It's incredible. And I tell you, they have the numbers. They do the studies. They do the studies. And they come back and say, well, if we use a cartoon format to try to sell this car insurance, you're going to get 60% of the people watching it. You remember the commercials for, was it Geico? So easy a caveman can do it. You remember the caveman commercials for insurance? Incredibly successful. They ran that for, I don't know, 5-8 years and then moved on. We have what, Flo? Is Flo now doing commercial? I forget what brand she does. I bet you the folks at that employ Flo are pulling their hair out going, why doesn't he know who that company is? Because I don't care. I don't care. Flo, I've had enough of Flo. Flo has done a million commercials. How many more angles can Flo do? And then we have a little lizard, a little Geico thing, Gecko, trying to sell us insurance. I mean, what? This is, by the way, Berkshire Hathaway owned business, by the way, just so you know, the richest man in the world, well, one of them anyway. The Oracle of Omaha is the owner of these businesses selling us goods using lizards and Flo and everybody else. It's incredible. I digress to a degree, or to a great degree. In any event, we're getting ready for the opening here in about 12 minutes. I can't wait so I don't have to talk about commercials. Dumbing down 20-somethings with video game figures. There you go. The average study indicates the average American reads an 8th grade level. So yeah, they probably have dumb things now. They're going way too hard with the betting commercials too. I only bet at one casino, the NYSE. I'm glad I bought back my covered call on Matterport yesterday, says Red Solo Cup. Sorry, unfortunately, cartoons have been replaced by virtual reality and artificial intelligence. Yep, that's right. Millennials want to know what the face is a cartoon. Yeah, Geico had multiple campaigns running simultaneously for years. Great marketing. Flo and the Lizard sounds like a band. Flo and the AT&T girl and the Verizon guy are so rich off those commercials. I mean, that girl that works, the girl that sells the Verizon, she has that plain Jane haircut with some kind of a is some kind of an apron on or something like that. Who dresses like that at a Verizon store? I mean, really? Yeah. Good morning from Desert Hot Springs, says Arturo. Welcome, my friend, to the desert. Laugh out loud. Boomer rant on mid 2000 marketing priceless. I'm getting criticized for criticizing. Oh, Dan. Any expectations on GameStop earnings, Bruce? No idea, my friend. We don't know. No one's talking. I don't see any. I don't see any advanced discussions going on anywhere. I don't. I can't get a sense. The market is 173.75. The stock was 252 2 weeks ago, 255 the week before that on runs. Here we are at 173, and the earnings come out tomorrow. What's the stock telling you? What's going to happen on GameStop? I mean, what is the stock telling you? You know what it's telling me? Nothing's going to happen. The stock at 173.75. The earnings come out tomorrow. That's what I'm reading, and you're asking me. I know why you're asking me, because you're looking at the stock going, Bruce, it's 173.40. There's nothing going on. What do you think is going to happen with the earnings? Well, if I read the market is saying nothing is going to happen with the earnings. I mean, we've had 19,000 shares trade in the pre-market this morning, not 1.9 million shares trading in the pre-market, 19,000 in the pre-market. We have no volume on the market. We have no movement on the stock. It's drifting lower, and the earnings are coming out tomorrow. What happened to all the pre-earnings hype we used to get every quarter? Remember 6 months ago, 9 months ago, what used to happen? Would go up $100 a share. The week prior to the earnings, it would go up $100 a share. Nothing is happening. That's what's going on, Dan. I wonder. Oh boy. Yeah. I love it, Bruce, says Max. I know the AT&T girl's name by heart. This is my pathetic secret. Millennials aren't young anymore. That's right, you millennials. You millennials now have to go to the chiropractor. You have sore shoulders. You need physical therapy too. You're coming. You're next. You're next. Oh yeah. I don't watch TV. Does that mean I'm intelligent? Gregory, you're our resident genius. You know that. We all know that. Dan, I don't understand why Ryan Cohen has to be silent. Why has he been silent? He doesn't have to be silent anymore. He can talk all he wants. That's right. That's right. Isn't it funny? Maybe he's got nothing good to say. I don't know. I would like to have him come out and tell the world how great things are. Now, I will cut him a break. I'll cut him a big break. It's very likely he's not allowed to talk right now. He can't speak until after they file the financials with the SEC and announce them to the shareholders, and then he can speak. Maybe that's what it is. So maybe we're only a couple of days away from big news on GameStop, but there is very little anticipation. Looking at my pre-market quote, there's no anticipation of anything coming. Maybe that's the way it should be. Maybe that's exactly the way Ryan Cohen wants it. Yeah, we're not saying a word. We're not indicating anything. We're going to blow the doors off the market when we talk, and maybe it's Thursday or tomorrow night or Friday or next Monday or God knows when. I'm waiting. I'm here. Oh no! Oh no! We got all kinds of funny comments going here. What else is going on? The apron was due to online harassment, which is why she's always behind a desk or counter now. She also directs the commercials. Interesting. Omacity. The reaction from Omacity to all this talk is yawn. Nephew, no expectations on GameStop is a good table to have set. By the way, good morning to you all, says Spire. Good morning to you all, too. 7 minutes to go before we start. Bruce, all you have to do is turn it off. I don't watch it. I really don't. I don't have to. Am I watching TV? I'm here. I can't watch TV. I watch very little. I really do. And I do not miss it very much at all. I just don't. Anyway, there you go. What else is going on? If a grown man is focused on cartoons and video games, we got us a problem. He's homeless. He doesn't have a place to live. He and his wife don't have a house. They rent a car wherever they go. And he talks about watching cartoons. Oh, are we talking pathetic? Thank God you don't listen to this guy talk about the market. Because, I mean, think about that. If you started playing the stocks that this guy talks about, are you in trouble? I was wondering how long it would take for that perspective to become dominant here. Good morning, all from White Feather. How you doing? Oh, GameStop is dead. Laugh out loud. Uncle, I picked up the Y model Tesla. Holy macaroni. I now want the S model, 120 horsepower, 1020 horsepower. So keep giving us great tips. Smile, smile, smile. This is what I needed to hear. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Dan, you're welcome. How dare you, sir, says Joe Snuffer. Yep, you nailed it, Bruce. Nothing good to say, Gregory. Yo, thanks, Splitter. It's the Take Two strategy from GTA. They are quite too quiet too for better hypes. Just kidding. Samuel says, I'm Gen Z. Cheddar, the only thing that's going to blow the doors off the market is a banging triple beat on earnings and raised guidance, which we doubt. There you go. We doubt it. Let's see. We only watch on demand, says the Savior. Don't even listen to the radio. Limit commercials. Have not seen any commercials on YouTube in years. Uncle Bruce already admitted his TV doesn't work and he gave up. I can't make this thing work over here. I can get it on and I can get CNBC. I can't get sound out of it. I don't know how to make that thing work. And I've given up. I don't need it. He doesn't know how to use a remote. What makes you think he can watch TV? Exactly. But you see, the TV's on in the living room and Jen knows how to work the television there. So I do catch some of it, Uncle Bruce, I bet you a cup of caffeine-free Diet Coke. Ryan Cohen makes an appearance on CNBC on Thursday. Wouldn't that be interesting, Jeff? I think I read Flo was rated the most unlikable spokesperson in TV history. John, yes, we're in trouble. I agree. The real gamers are in the market. Joanne, working in the ad business is so much fun. Nice shave, man. Thank you. When I was young, I measured time in days until summer. Now I measure time in days until GameStop earnings. Our humanities haven't had cable or satellite in over 15 years. Waste of time. Don't give money to services that advertise to you. I put your video on my TV and my wife thought you were on the Italian channel. Oh, no. Oh, no. Arrivederci. Oh, no. That's funny. Rob, good morning, all. So I joined in a bit late today and heard Bruce say the best way to watch TV was on mute. Now I have a balding 65-year-old, a 66-year-old with his face too close to the camera mouthing words. Good morning, Rob. How are you? Goodness. Love you, Bruce. Love you, Rob. Oh, man. Fun. Reading all these crazy comments. We got 3 minutes to the opening. Oh, my gosh. Bruce just said I can get it on. I'm going to edit a bunch of clips to something funny. Muted is the only way to watch CNBC. Oh, gosh. Flo made a fortune doing those commercials. She did. She really made a fortune. Who's the actress's name that did the Quicker Paper Picker Upper? You remember that brand name? The Quicker Paper Picker Upper. Those rolls of paper, and it was that gal. I think she was 4 feet 8 inches tall, like me. But I can't remember her name. The Quicker Paper Picker Upper. And then there was the gal who. You used to put the women would put their fingers in they'd be at the getting their nails done, and they'd put their fingers in this green goop, and it was soap dish stuff, and all the spokespeople from way back when. Oh my gosh. The most unlikable is Kramer, who is insane. Dr. Vetter, we are already there. Solo Cup to the moon. We will make it to the moon and inspect the mysterious object before China. SoFi's looking good right now, says nephew Nick. What is it doing? It is 16:15 on SoFi. 2-minute warning. Yes, we're getting ready to open up here. Getting ready. I'm canceling my TV sub today and reallocating those funds to Uncle Bruce. Should have done this months ago. Flo was a voice actress in Tom Goes to the Mayor and even made a music video. This was pre-Flo, like 04, 05. Interesting. Hats off to you. I'm thinking is what you're saying, not rats off. Spire is a poppin'. Oh, let's hope so. Please be a poppin', Spire. Would be nice if you would be a poppin'. 446, 447. Start popping, please. Oh, my. Bounty paper towels? Is that what it was? Once you start selling options, most of what CNBC talking heads say becomes blah, blah, blah. Joanne, I watched you last night on my Oculus VR, Uncle Bruce. Oh my gosh. Paul Molliff, you're soaking in it. Remember that? Yeah, I remember that. Madge. Yeah. Yes, way back when I was a child, I remember these ads is when you had the cowboy and western stars selling cigarettes. They were smoking cigarettes to the kids and the adults, Pall Mall and Marlboros on their horses. Yeah, these guys were the actors doing westerns and selling cigarettes. Unbelievable. Spire, don't squeeze the Charmin. You're soaking in it. That's right. Oh my gosh. Welcome all to the show. Larry, thank you for ringing the bells. We're open, we're up, and we're running. We're starting it off to see what's going on. I got Matterport at 2610 up 274. Is that what you show? Because that's what I'm showing here. The Dow up 327 or 319 now. S&P up 57. NASDAQ up 285. And I've got Matterport 2336. Yes, Bounty, the quicker picker upper. Oh no. Ah, the quilted quicker picker upper Bounty. Nancy Walker, that's right. Nancy Walker made, I think, millions of dollars. The quicker paper picker upper. Oh my God. Here we go. Thanks, Larry. Thank you, everybody. Did the lamp look crooked in VR too? Children's cigs. That's right, children's cigarettes. You remember that? You used to be able to go to you go to your local store and candy. They had children's candy cigarettes. Yes, they did. Oh, thanks, Big Tobacco. Nancy Walker was the actress. Flasso, I love Matterport. Go Matterport. The market is open. Turn to members only. That's right. We got to go to members only on this channel. Thank you, everybody, for being here and watching us and hanging out. Love you guys. Please become a member of this channel, and you too can tell me that Nancy Walker was the gal who was the actress who said it's the quicker paper picker upper. What's ingrained in so many of our brains, and we can't get it out. It's stuck in there. We can't get out. Ugh. Thank you all for being here today. It's good to have you. Oh man, too much fun in the old markets today. What can I say? Thank you for the 250 thumbs ups already. Y'all love Nancy Walker, the quicker paper picker upper. You can't get away from it. I'll never let you forget it. Oh God. This is too much fun. Too much fun. Let's take a look at the markets. I've given it a couple of minutes to try to get started. Let me show you tell you what I see. And then you tell me what you see. I see green everywhere. Green everywhere. Green. There's one red. Who is it? Home Depot down 44 cents. So what? It's green. Look at that. Rocket Lab up 29 cents to 12.57. SoFi 16.24 up 52 cents. GameStop 173.97 up 6.85. We've got Matterport up 294 to 26.30. Are you thinking about writing $30 contracts? Are you thinking about it? Are you thinking? This is too much green. I'm scared. Someone hold me, please. Everything is green. Palm olive. I thought you said the whole thing quickly. Palm olive, like really quick, not palm olive oil. Good luck, everybody. Oh, Larry is in the U.S. Naval Observatory Master Clock. I still have a few boxes of candy cigs on my shelf in the basement. Candy cigarettes. That's right. We kids thought we were so cool riding our bikes, having a little fag hanging out of our mouths. Candy cigarettes in the 60s. We were cool, like our parents were cool. Yeah, baby. Popeye cigarettes. Yes. You remember those? Oh, gosh. Matterport up 279 to 26.15. ME up 40 cents to 8.31. Now up 43. Spire up 15 cents to 4.39. ATIP up 17 cents to 3.38. What's happening to our world? SmartRent up 11 cents to 10.28. Cyxtera up 14 cents to 10.24. AMC up 1.49. Robinhood up 68 cents. Vanik up 8.78. Home Depot up 89 cents. IBM up 31, Dow up 364, Microsoft up 432, Apple up 396, Tesla up $34. Bed Bath Beyond up 66 cents, BlackBerry up 27 cents, Royal Caribbean up 86 cents. Goldman Sachs up $8 to $3.97. Amazon up $65. Facebook up $4. Alphabet up 46.97. Target up $1.40. JP Morgan up $1.60. Costco up 2.76. Cisco up 25 cents. It's up, it's up, it's up, it's higher, higher, on fire. Welcome to the world, and welcome to Tuesday, December the 7th, 2021, where the market turned green today everywhere. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's green all over the place. Matterport, wow, 25.66 up 230. GameStop up 665. SoFi 1633 up 61. Rocket Lab up 42. And our friends at ME39, Spire now 439 up 15 cents. ATIP up 17 cents to 338. What the heck is going on? The world has gone bizarro. Everything is greeno. Can you believe it? I'll tell you, it's not. It's wild. It's wacky. It's fun. This is kind of cool. I don't know what to do with myself. Here's one for the older crowd. Calgon, take me away. Yeah, I can't help but be insulted. I used to make commercials. Oh, Joanne, get over it. You nailed us with so many one-liners. They're in our brains. We're allowed to explode once in a while. Help us out here. You should be proud that we can't get these slogans out of our heads. You should be proud of yourself. I say cheers to you and the advertising community. And boy, did I love watching Mad Men. Oh, did I love watching that show every week. Oh, I enjoyed Mad Men so much. I miss it. I miss it. Anyway, what can I say? What can I tell you? Coyote, SoFi is over $16. I'm untethered, $16.46 on SoFi. 1266 Rocket Lab, we got a long way to go there. Matterport 2562, ME 826, Spire 442 on Spire, up 18 cents. 344 on ATIP, up 23 cents. ATIP is trying to catch SoFi, ATIP is trying to catch Spire, and Spire is trying to stay ahead of ATIP. They're both going up 344 to 442. That's the race right now. Can one catch the other? I don't know. Spire wall at 450. Got to break that today and hold it. So what? If it breaks it, it'll go to 5. If it goes through 5, it'll go to 6. We're on our way, I hope. Let's see if this is happening. Commercials are one of the earliest forms of memes to exist. Big media used to control the flow of memes. Now the internet does. I remember the big pink bubble gum cigars. I remember those too, the bubble gum cigars. Yes, the candy cigarettes and the bubble gum cigars. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? Those days. Oh, Lordy Lou. Oh, gosh. Oh, God. Don't forget the Big League Chew bubble gum. You can now act like you had a full lip of tobacco, just like your favorite baseball player. Jeez. Oh, how did we kids survive? How did we get out of the 50s and 60s alive? We didn't have seatbelts in our cars. You had 3 kids in the car, mom and dad in the front, 2 kids in each corner in the back, and the little one would sleep on the back at the back window, right up on the dash, on that dashboard up there, on that thing. That's where that kid would sleep. Oh my gosh. How did we survive? And those cars couldn't handle worth a darn. Dad had a wheel this big boat on the highway. Oh my word, how did we make it? How are we still here? Maytag repairman here. I have nothing to do. Remember that? That was Gordon Jump, the original Maytag repairman from WKRP in Cincinnati. He was the original Maytag repairman, if I recall. Or was he number 2? Maybe he was the second man. There was another one first, and then he became number 2 or something like that. Oh, Lord, nothing to do because they never broke down. Humanities. I remember in 3rd grade, my teacher came back from maternity leave and gave us all It's a Boy bubblegum cigars. Oh, my. Can you imagine a school teacher today coming back to class after maternity leave, handing out this to the kids? Oh, the next school meeting would just go ballistic. Oh, it would be nuclear. I would be crazy. Yippee-ki-yay, says Howdy Bagel family. This stuff is made in New York City. That's right. What was it? That was it. Was it El Paso? El Paso. New York City was that I can't. What was it? That oh shoot, you guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that line. Oh my god, so funny. Yippee, we're looking for a good day in the markets today. New York City, Uncle Bruce. These jarring green colors are scaring me. Oh no, no, excellent show. Mad Men Flo had a role on that as well. Mad Men was so good. Laugh a lot. It's basement battle, he says at ATIP. I don't think that was a mistake. That I think ATIP is going to catch SoFi today. Good morning, all. I'm feeling a little better today, but maybe one or two more days of SoFi like this, please. Big League Chew is delicious for about 7 seconds. Big League Chew. 1270 on Rocket Lab, up 42. We're up 89 on SoFi, 1661. We're up 861 on GameStop, 175.26. Matterport up 214 to 25.50. ME 818 up 30. Spire 444 up 20. ATIP 344 up 23 cents. Go, you guys. Smart Rent up 38 cents. Sixtera up 12 cents. Oh my gosh. The Dow up 388. S&P up 66. The NASDAQ up 309. The NASDAQ is up 2%. S&P is up 1.44 and the Dow's up 1.1. We got a big day going here, up $1.87 on oil right now. Gasp, says Carol. Don't forget the ejector seats in the trunk of the station wagon at the back. No seat belts at the ejector seats back there, and you left the window down. Kids could fly out of that thing on a big bump, no problem. Cars were made of steel. If you got in an accident, you just hammered out the damage. No big deal. Yippee-ki-yay. Yes, Big League Chew. I love Bazooka Joe's too because you get a big piece of bubble gum and a comic. Cracker Jacks in the box too with real toys. Good times. Now, you know, anyone from that time had bad teeth, all sugar. I was a kid in the trunk when we were transporting cousins and aunts too. You remember putting kids in the trunk of the car when you went to the drive-in? So you didn't have to pay for all the people in the car for the drive-in. Does anyone remember Bubblicious Mondu junk hunk bars? Like a solid full bar of gum. I remember buying it in the mid-90s. Or the shredded beef jerky that you could keep in your lips like chew. Even came in a cheese case. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Pace, salsa, a picante, Pace, New York City. Remember Pace picante sauce? They ran those commercials constantly, like the Geico ones now. Cowboys around the fireplace. Hey, Cookie, what's that salsa? Where's that salsa from? New York City. New York City, get a rope. Pace picante. Pick up the pace. Another scorcher. Oh, gosh, so much fun. I'll call tomorrow. I'll call you now. I'll call now. You'll call now. Holy teats, I'm up 8.5%. I believe that when I see SoFi stops, it's teen angst. New York City. Spire, $25 today. Come on, you can do it. 1644 up 72. Go, SoFi. Spire, 445 up 21. ATIP, 346 up 25 cents. Oh my gosh. So much fun. On Netflix Superstore, they were going over old commercials, and one gal didn't get it. They were like, "What's up?" And Ribbit croak. The gal was like, huh? First it was an elevator ride to hell, a sudden stop, and then they tease you with some green. Back in the day, cheddar cheese stacks back in the day was like SoFi Bank, but I bought some anyway at way too much money. Then I heard Matterport. I bought 114. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that shredded jerky chew can. It tasted more like they shredded up the cow's hooves with real beef. Jennifer, the bubble gum with the juicy center. Yum. Bill Coyne, baseball gum so hard it cracked into pieces. Oh man. It was real sugar back then, says DQ, not lab chemicals. I got a serious case of whiplash here. Both great stocks to own. Bazooka Joe. Yeah, baby. Bazooka Joe. I had to put one of my friends in the trunk to get on our military base because our rental car only had room for 5. We were wilding. Oh, no. Oh, too much fun. Does anyone remember the first diet soda? What it was? What was it? Fresca. Tasted like crap. The first diet. What was the first diet Coke that Coke made? It was. Was it not? It wasn't Fresca. I'm thinking of the other name. I'm trying to remember it. You guys will remind me. My dad used to put down the back seats of the station wagon, put us kids in cardboard boxes, and drive around the neighborhood, cornering, stopping, and starting while we went back and forth in boxes. If you could turn the corner hard enough, you could get those kids to shut up because they'd hit their heads on the side of the car and they'd be out like a light. Oh, great way to put the kids to sleep. Let's take the kids for a ride and find a real bumpy road. Oh, put them in a box. Oh, kids in a box. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, gosh, how did we survive? How are we here? How are we alive? I don't understand it. ATIP up 24.5 cents. Spire's up 23 cents. ME is up 28. Matterport up 230 to 25.66. GameStop up 650. SoFi up 66 cents. And Rocket Lab up 41 cents. SmartRent up 38. Xterra up 36. AMC up 96. Robinhood is up 32 cents. Vanik up 9.64. Home Depot down $1.97. Finally, some sanity in this world. A down stock. IBM up 54. The Dow up 415 points. Microsoft up 527. Apple up $5. Tesla up $30. Royal Caribbean up 85 cents. Goldman Sachs to 400 a share, up 11.05. What a run. Cisco up 51 cents to 57.47. Intel now, where is it at? Up 279 to 53.78. Even Micron is up 323. There you go, guys. 413 points on the Dow, gaining, we're up 74 in S&P, and we're up 338 on the NASDAQ. And we're trying to move higher, and we are moving higher. Fresca and Tab. It was Tab. The first Coke product, I think it was Coca-Cola, did Tab before they called it Diet Coke, if I recall. And we do even know how many licks it takes to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll. Pop, do you know how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll? That's a good question. These are the greatest ad campaigns of all time. Yep, Bill Coyne, flesh infection. Was it Tab or something? Like Fresca now because my gram used to drink it. I vividly remember my mom telling me to get candy cigarettes at the ice cream man, and I looked at her like, don't you realize they all tell us in elementary school, cigarettes will kill us? Tab, yuck. Oh, remember when Jolly Ranchers finally got a flavor other than cinnamon? Oh, yuck, Tab. Ooh, RC Diet Cola. Remember Crystal Pepsi, Tab Diet Coke? Yep. Was Patio a real drink, or was it just Mad Men? Patio? I have no idea. Uncle B, is today the Matterport goes back to $37. The SoFi goes to 60. So if so, what time? I want to buy more right before that. Could you just tell me a minute before? I'll pick it up and I'll say thank you very much, and I'll never forget your name. Royal Crown Cola, regional cans of pop soda. Those kids in boxes with concussions grew up to be today's politicians. It makes so much sense now. Rob's got it. It's all falling into place. Now we know. Now we know why they're like that. I got it. I was thrilled to get a TV in my room, but I always wanted to watch Comedy Central at night. Inevitably, the Gone Wild commercials would be on after I fell asleep, and I lost my TV for months. The world will never know. I'm itchy to write a covered call on Matterport, says Jennifer. I can't wait. Set 25.78. We got to get that stock higher. Come on. 16.26 up 53 on SoFi. Got to get it over 20. 12.65 on Rocket Lab. Got to get over 20. ME 822. Get over 10 first. So Spire 451. There's no barrier at 450, like a hot knife through soft butter. Right through there. Up 27 cents on Spire this morning. The volume totaling 65,660 shares. That's it. 65,000 Spire traded, and we're up 27 cents. There is no resistance. ATIP up 23 cents at 344 on a volume of 94,000. 1,000. There is no resistance for these stocks to go up a ton. There is no resistance. We only need volume coming in, and they're gone. Gone, I tell you. Smart Rent up 50 cents to 1067. Cyxtera up 53 cents to 1063. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. We got the Dow up 424. We got S&P up 75. We got NASDAQ up 345, and there is no resistance to go higher. The sound of steel drums is playing in my head now, says Flesh Infection. What was that? What was this, a dead cat bounce? I don't think so. Home Depot falling, so everyone else may rise. If you get the nachos stuck together, it only counts as one nacho. Did you know that? I have to imagine that the person with the wildest story from the old days isn't with us anymore because their experience was maybe a little too crazy. Oh, no. Yep, Spire over 450. Keep pushing up, baby. Let's go, says John. Tab wasn't for diet. It was made for all those that were diabetic and took the sugar out of it. What they really did was take the flavor out of it. There you go. Uncle Bruce, remember when you said Goldman Sachs, poor man covered call, long and short options could make an investor money? Did that. There you go. Now you're talking. As a preteen, I used to walk to the corner store and buy real cigarettes for my grandmother. I would buy real cigarettes. I remember being 10, and being sent across the street to the tobacco store, which had pool billiard tables in the back, and in the front they had the smokes and the pop and the candy, and I would be sent over there to buy a pack of smokes for the manager of my dad's music store, and buy him a cola, buy me a cola, and get yourself an O. Henry chocolate bar. I remember doing that. Bitcoin clackers. Anyone remember those 3 hard plastic balls on a rope? You could crush the side of your skull with those clackers. That's right. The clackers. Remember the clackers? Oh, the clackers. 2656 on Matterport. We're going higher. Going higher. Oh, clackers and jarts. Oh, man. Well, was Ted Cruz one of them? Concussed boxes and car rides? Last week I wrote a 390 on Goldman that expired this Friday. Roll now and wait to see what the day brings. You could do that. You could definitely do that. Bruce, Matterport, $30 calls for next Friday are trading at around $1. If I wanted to put it in a stink offer, would I sell something like 119 and wait on it? Or is that too high or too low? Matterport, $30 calls. We're at 26.56. You may want to just hold off. You might be looking at 149. You might be getting more than this. There is no resistance on Matterport. 2.3 million traded already, and it's surging here. You might be looking at 149, 159, 169. Just keep an eye on this stock. Up 311, showing no signs of easing up at all. Spire 460 now, up 36 cents. What happened to the 450 resistance? There wasn't any. How about that? 343 on ATIP, 22.5 cents a share. Spire is definitely on fire. How about that? Good morning, Simpleton, says credits average like someone put a Band-Aid on the market. Let's hope we fly today. DM says Samuel probably has to be like 115 to 120 now. Rob Ratish, I feel like Ted was probably one of the ones who flew out of the station. It was one of the station, right? Got hit by a truck on the way down. Only thing that makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense with this guy. He was not only in the box, he got flung out of the car and then got run over by a truck. That is explaining that guy. Not gonna lie, was pretty depressed last week when Spire hit 410 and Cyxtera wasn't moving. Gotta risk to get to the biscuit. Samuel, the times that I've done with Matterport rocketed right past the point before I could move on up. Bill, all these old memories just keep popping into my head. I know they're in there. These advertising people think we're making fun of them. We're actually honoring them by remembering all this stuff. It's in there. Oh, no. Rocket Lab, 1274 up 46. SoFi up 62 to 1634. GameStop up 824 to 175.36. Matterport up 281 to 2617. ME up 38 to 826. Spire 452. Just touched 460 a minute ago. ATIP 342. Smart Rent 1069 up 52. Cyxtera 1057 up 47 cents. We're moving up today on everything except Home Depot down 178. That's the one. The market 420 point gain on the Dow, 80 point gain on S&P. Nasdaq up 374. Oil holding a $2 gain right now. There you go. That is what's going on this morning. Rob, this makes a lot of sense now. Good morning, Arico from Red Solo Cup. Let's see. It takes a toll on anyone. Tab. Oh God, tab. Oh my gosh. Xterra, it's moving. Something I never thought I'd see happening. Spire 460. Rob Vilbus, not this week. No, it's been a busy week and haven't really had much chance to watch the stocks. Let's see what else is going on here. Bruce is coughing from all the stock and the smoke, all the smoke from the tobacco stores. He's coughing it all up here over all these years. Toys were lethal weapons before 1990s. Lawn darts. I remember lawn darts. Oh, I guess Goldman Sachs was upgraded yesterday. Target price $4.79. Oscar Voss is renewing. I think Oscar's renewing his membership. Welcome, Oscar. Nice to have you here. Austin, just put my head down and take the abuse from my wife. Did any take an eye out with Red Rider? Welcome to the show, Oscar. Pretty much any item I could pick up, and my grandfather would say, nah, you're going to put an eye out with that thing. Oh, no. I can't read that comment. God forbid you picked up a stick. You could put an eye out with that thing. Oh, Lordy Lou. Oh, my goodness. The days. 175 on GameStop, up $8. Matterport 2607. Spire 453. ATIP 342. We've got a moving market going up here. I just remember my grandfather handing me a metal pellet gun and told me to go have fun. I think I was 6. Oh, Lordy. Oh. I'm not reading that other comment. I'm not going there. I'm not going to read that other comment. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. No. Oh, 6 years old with a gun. Here, go have fun. Kaboom. I was at my grandfather's house too. Mine too, as that's for DQ. Rob, gotta love it. Santa just purchased 2 Red Riders for my son's rite of passage. Oh, gosh. And Bill Coyne, my father handed me a 22 when I was about 12. Have fun, kid. Insanity. Jeez. Oh, no. Unbelievable. The world has changed. The world has changed. Up 1272 on Rocket Lab, up 44. SoFi, 1629, up 57 cents. GameStop, 175. Matterport, 2608. ME, 820, up 31. Spire, 453. ATIP, 342. SmartRent, 1066. Xterra, 1057. Oh, my gosh. Microsoft up 640. Apple up 480. Tesla up $36. Yes, Goldman Sachs up $9.50 a share. Google up 55. Amazon up 69. Facebook up $5 today. Cisco up 38 cents. What a market today. It's definitely green so far. My goodness. Is this market a dead cat wild bounce? I don't think so. I think there's more to it than that. We've had now over 1,000 points of upward movement just in the 2 trading days, yesterday and today, on the Dow. And if you take Friday's 250-point recovery, at least, that's over 1,200 points in less than 2.5 days. So that is a significant move up here. There be money coming in here, and it's being reallocated. Interesting. I just moved to Minnesota, where kids as young as 10 can hunt. Oh, my gosh. At least with a Red Rider, the velocity is so low that you can watch the BB fly and the ricochet and take cover if necessary. I used to target shoot in the woods behind my house with a rimfire 22. Oh, gosh. In 2021, I'd be in jail for that. Oh, no. You can throw a BB faster than... What's that say that? You can throw a BB gun faster than those Red Riders. Oh, man. Gosh, the day they banned British Bulldog in UK schools, health and safety went mad. No wonder kids didn't go out much anymore. Non-contact sports. My butt. Remind me not to go for hikes in the woods in Minnesota, by the way. Remind me not to do that. Oh my gosh. Kent was asking if he should roll Goldman Sachs 390s or wait out the week. Any thoughts? Yes, I said roll over. I said yes. Go ahead. Roll. I said yes. SoFi up 63, 1635 is where we're trading it on SoFi right now. Matterport 2590, Spire 456.5 coming back on again, and 342 on ATIP. Oh boy, what a morning. What a morning. And memory lane too. Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody, for that. Those of you who have thrown a thumbs up our way today, we appreciate it. We hope you're having some fun in the middle of a crazy time. Uncle Bruce, and what about Pez candy gun? What a great idea to shoot yourself in the mouth with candy. Oh, gosh. Oh, you got to be crazy. That's just insanity. 290 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for these 290 thumbs ups already. I really appreciate it. If you're able to hit that thumbs up button, put some momentum on this show, I would appreciate it. Those of you who are subscribing to this channel, thank you. We hope you're having fun here and joining us. Those of you who are becoming members of this channel, you guys are the backbone of this place. You keep us going. I appreciate it. Kent, thumbs ups, Bruce. Definitely for you. Thank you. I still have a Red Rider. Trust me, it hurts. Oh man. Oh, what can I say? Rob, Ratish, I would, but then anti-PC will just undercut me by a penny. She's a shark. She'll get me by a penny every time. Oh my goodness. Rocket Lab 1270 up 42 cents. Apple 170.25 up 493. Intel up 290 to 53.89. Sextera up 44 to 10.54. Smart Rent up 60 cents to 10.77. ME 823 up 35. SoFi 1630 up 58. GameStop 175.02 up 790. Matterport up 254 to 25.90. Spire 456 up 32 cents. Boeing up 259 and ATIP up 21 cents to 342. What a run we have going here. Spire up 33 cents to 457. ATIP up 19.5 to 340.5 cents. We got green all over the place, you guys. Green all over the place. Unbelievable. We're up 471 on the Dow. We're up 87 on S&P. We're up 398 on NASDAQ this morning. My gosh. And a Minnesota walk in the woods is a lonely time. Even the deer wear camouflage. How about that? They know better. Oh, baby, what a day today. 456, 457 on Spire. Up 32 to 33 cents right now. Unbelievable. Welcome one, welcome all to the show, and all your advertising slogans from yesteryear. Welcome. Oh, I remember the fast talking man for FedEx commercials, where he would you see this busy executive talking real quick, taking all these phone calls. Blah, 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 blah. The FedEx commercials were incredible. The early Federal Express commercials from the late 70s and through the 80s were absolutely incredible works of art. Some of the most clever commercials ever put on television to sell a service for overnight package delivery. Absolutely, positively overnight. That was the expression then. Rob, GameStop one-day chart. GameStop one-day chart looks like a barcode today. Someone doesn't want to go over 175 apparently. Well, 175.27, it's right there. We'll see if it can do it. Up 837 on 400,000 volume. Hector, oh yeah, went hunting last weekend. Didn't see anything. The Micro Machines guy was a legend. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Hello, Spire. Sixtera, what is the deal, Bruce? Absolutely nothing being said for them. Isn't this a bit odd? Deals being made possibly, but no news or PR. Kind of odd for them. No, it's kind of odd. It is. I can't put my finger on 176 now. 176.76 on GameStop, up 964. It's a wild, wacky morning. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. 2644 on Matterport now. 2654 on Matterport. The high of the day, 2671. 2.9 million. This Matterport wants to go higher, so get ready to write 130s at higher levels than 110 or 20. You might get 149. You might get 159. Today's stink offers up there. You might get them for just December 17th, 10 days from now. You can always look at writing January's, but got to keep an eye on those premiums. Get big fat premiums that you're going to write in January. That might have been regional for Dunkin' Donuts back in the 80s. Was it the FedEx CEO who went to Vegas with their last $5,000 and was able to stay in business a few more weeks? Yeah, the FedEx, a couple of the top guys at FedEx, the owners, were in Vegas and they were broke. And their banker was holding up, giving him an extension on a loan that they were waiting for. They were trying to get a payroll loan just to keep things going. And he was in Vegas on the weekend, couldn't get an answer by Friday night. The banker was gone for the weekend. And he went to the casino and rolled the money that he had left, whatever he had left. He was on the blackjack table, turned it into $50,000, made payroll on Monday. The bank loan came through later in the week. Unbelievable. Mirko, hi, Uncle Bruce. I'm short too. GameStop calls strike 250 till April. Thinking about bringing him into January, strike 180s with a 220 profit per share. Is this good or stupid? 180, 220. I would hold off for the moment. Just let's see what the stock wants to give us today and tomorrow, because the earnings, because the shares want to pop to 190, 200. You don't want to be in 180s right away. You want to kind of hold up. So just sit with these 250s or Aprils are out of the money. You got lots of protection here. And you may end up rolling into January 190s or 200s, or maybe get an even bigger premium. We'll just wait and see how this plays out. Just give this thing the day today, tomorrow, because of the earnings coming out. FedEx delivers more packages to the ravine than the mob. TIF, please, 6 keep going up. I want to sell my $10 call, December 17 call with a profit. Rob, what a crazy story for FedEx. It's true. Larry, Uncle Bruce, is it time for another put on Royal Caribbean? Cashed out the last put you recommended and made a grip of cash. Is it time to roll the bones again? The stock is at the moment, let's see here, 73.58, and it's if you're going to go out, I think this is a dead cat bounce myself, but if you're going to do it, you want to go way out in time, and you want to be around this level so that if you get a dip, you get immediate profitability here kicking your way. So if you can afford to get a couple at a good price, take a look at it, check your wheel, see what's going on, check that option quote. Let's see here. We're now at 26.28 on Matterport. We're up $10 on GameStop, 177.39. Spire 457 up 33, and ATIP 342 up 21.5. They're climbing again. I got cash in my pocket waiting for them to short the earnings Thursday morning. Let's see. I do a considerable amount of my business on eBay and practically never use FedEx. No, thank you, says Vilbas. That's been an amazing story, the FedEx story, from the early days to even today. Unbelievable. 475 gain on the Dow. We're at the high of the day. 85 on S&P, 389 on NASDAQ. What a power update today on these stocks. And we're watching all of our favorites. Xterra 1050, SmartRent 1081, ATIP 342, Spire 356. ME up to 823 now. Matterport 2625. GameStop 178.66 up 1150. SoFi 1637 up 65, and Rocket Lab 1272 up 44. I don't know how much momentum GameStop will have right now. I'm glad to see something. I mean, anything. The earnings are tomorrow, so there's a little bit. But this is a stock that's going up in the vortex of the market. GameStop isn't leading the market. It's getting sucked along with the market. Been oversold a bit the last few days. I'll grant you that too. But what's staying power? We're going to find out. The volume on GameStop 480,000. This is not good. This is not good enough volume. It's taken a shot here from 175 now to 178.90, which is great, but this is nothing, over the top for us. 1170 gain, 178.82. We got to see some serious volume come in here to really convince me this is the real deal, because right now the volume is not there. People are probably shy to sell right now. Admittedly, that's a good reason for it. The earnings coming out tomorrow. I mean, there's a hope against hope that something good is going to happen. So people are going, I won't sell now. We'll see. But without buying volume, you got to wonder just what's going on here. Anyway, we'll see what's happening. Anyone writing covered calls on GameStop today? Spire, but that's only my thoughts. I like to hold at least 20, 50%. Bama Babe, Rob is saying, thinking about you right now. It's moving a bit too much this morning. Larry Lewis, thanks, Uncle B. You betcha. Those have to get together at one of the local breweries. Some pretty cool stuff around here. Mirko, thank you. I had to roll them into April on the last pop-up. Usually I'm not that far out and wanted to come closer, and thanks for your advice. My first message didn't come through. At least I don't think it's a dead cat. I have covered calls on GameStop, and I'm doing well, says Verity. Rob, might try to do a quick cover call flip for a couple of $100 today, but I would want to be out of it by tomorrow. Vilbus, the local craft beer scene here is on point. So much good beer. GameStop 180, says Bama Bay. 179.83 going for 180 is what it's trying to do here. See what it can muster. The Dow up to 503 now, up 503 points. 35,724 on the Dow. Now, overall, the Dow all-time high, 36.5. It's 36,500. So we're still 900 away from the high of the Dow. As good as it is, that's how far away from the high we still are. We've had some sell-offs to get to here. All righty, we're up 50 on Rocket Lab, up 60 cents on SoFi, $12 gain on GameStop. Matterport up 297 to 26.33. ME up 34 cents, Spire up 33, and ATIP up 25. 457 on Spire, 346 on ATIP, going for 350 on ATIP. Let's see. Chicago Transit Authority. Every time I hear Dead Cat bounce, I get reminded of Jesse the Body Ventura and Willie Mays. Or the Hayes, Willie Mays Hayes in Major League. My dead cats fell the hardest. Mine are the deadest. Oh man, can you keep talking about GameStop, Bruce? Because you are making it go up with your talk. You're making it go up. 180.21 is where it is. I don't know. The credit savage. Well, I guess my $3 rancid bid to buy back a $25 January 22 Matterport contract didn't trigger. Oh well, there's always tomorrow. Exactly. Bama Baby, I canceled the GameStop cover call order to let it run a little bit, but I'm looking to sell somewhere today. Coyote, all my new GameStop shares are carrying me away to the promised land. Right on. 180.73, up 13.61 right now on the GameStop. So it's definitely higher. And Spire 454, ATIP 346 is where we're at here. What else is going on here? Rob is saying to Bama Babe, it's never a guarantee, but usually I would say yes with this stock, but there's a lot of chatter about loop ring news with GameStop this week. Keep chirping, baby bird, says DM. Rob, 181.45. It is 14.33 gaining right now. Rob, I got you. Rocket Lab, says Joe. A CNBC headline breaking, could this homeless Canadian man be the GameStop catalyst? Breaking news. 180.79 right now. 26.21 on Matterport. And Spire 453, ATIP 345. Now, if you think that Matterport cannot reach 30, and you think that Matterport up to 26 now is kind of a topper, and it might go back to 24.50, you might want to write December 17 25s. You might want to write January 25s for big fat premiums to see if you come back a couple of bucks. But that's gambling. On the Matterport, writing $30 calls for December 17 or writing 30 to 35s for January might be the prudent move if you get a decent premium. Just keep an eye on that stock, see what it can do for you. GameStop popped through 180. That was easy. Well, it's back to 179.93. Here we are. All GameStop stop once in green will be uploaded until I get going with the covered calls. Where's the bagel? Asks Bama Babe. Jen's sleeping in today, and she deserves it. We've got Rocket Lab up 57 cents. SoFi up 61 now. GameStop 179.57. Matterport at 26.04. ME up 31 to 818. Spire 452, and we have ATIP at 346. Smart Rent 1076 up 60 cents, and Cyxtera up to 1050, up 40 cents a share. The Dow holding a 524 gain right now. Very solid day today. And we've got S&P up 92 and NASDAQ up 425 points. It's the leader. NASDAQ up 2.8% today, a really good day. We got a 2% gain on the S&P 500 and a 1.5% gain on the Dow. All three are doing well. The Dow, the oil market, 71.96, up 247, holding a 1 week gain at the moment from that low 60 range that we were just getting to. Rico, don't let Bruce get hungry, please. No, see you later, excavators. Got to head out right now. Good luck making money. Way to go, Rob. We'll see you, buddy. Dave, so buying an in-the-money call on Matterport yesterday was a smart idea. I never get my timing correct. I don't know, Dave. I don't know. 2613 on Matterport right now. Jen, how are you this morning?
Wearing the green shirt. Is it working?
It's working. Everything is green. Everything is green.
Everything was red yesterday.
Yeah, it was all red. The Dow was up 533 points. S&P up 93 points. NASDAQ up 428.
This market does not like being down 2 days.
No, it does not.
Too much money out there.
Yep, there's too much cash out there. That's right. Wow, it is a green market. Rocket Lab 1290 up 62, trying to hit 13. It's got a long way to go as far as I'm concerned. SoFi at $16.39. Another $3-4 would be nice. It's up 67 cents. It's nice, but it's not great. It's nice, but I'd like to see a couple of dollars on top of that SoFi.
Nice is good.
Nice is good.
It's
Matterport.
Nice to be nice to the nice.
It's nice to be nice to the nice. Matterport is up 274. That's the way all stocks should be down here right now. They should all be up 274. But we got Spire up 23 cents to 447, and we got ATIP up 25 cents to 346. So we got some movement on our little guys here, our lower guys. That's nice to see too. Yeah, let's see.
Matterport's giving them some pennies back.
Oh, that's
$25.91.
I'm expecting a little pullback. We've had nothing but a straight up shot here this morning.
Yeah.
Ratish, Uncle Bruce, everything is green because you're wearing the green T-shirt.
That's
you see,
right.
There you go.
Green is the color. Football is the game.
Okay. All right. How about that?
I think it's, I'm going to say the wrong name, so I'm not going to say it. It's some Premier League soccer team that sings that. And, of course, the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Oh, well.
Because they're green.
They're green all the time. True. They're green all the time.
Have
Absolutely.
we poked fun at ourselves yet that there were only 9 teams in the Canadian Football League and 2 of them were named the Rough Riders?
Well, up until the 80s, 90s, we had 2 teams named the same name in a 9-team league.
Yeah.
The Ottawa Rough Riders against Saskatchewan Rough Riders. The final score is Rough Riders 15 and Rough Riders 12. Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. What? What?
I know.
Hey.
Really? That's as good as we can do.
See, NTPC says, Jen knows football is the game.
Football is the game.
See, yeah, here you go.
Green is the color.
60% all the time, they're all green. All the time. 60% of the time, they're green all the time.
That's
okay.
Is that it?
Is that it?
So what's it going to be this morning?
Oh, Shmia.
Everything bagel?
We got that. No.
I'll be eating the everything bagels.
You can have the everything. You can have the everything bagel. I'll have the sesame seed bagel with Shmia today.
We got Shmia.
We bought some Shmia. Yeah, we're ready for Shmia.
No, we didn't buy some. We
went to Costco and bought Shmia. We got the Costco load.
Pronoun problems?
So this morning we were talking about advertising.
You went to Costco?
I went to Costco
and
bought Shmia. I did. I bought Shmia at Costco because she wasn't there to stop me.
The 6-pack.
The 6-pack of Shmia.
6-pack.
We got the 6-pack of Shmia just to put it on here. So we've been talking about advertising this morning. Yes. All the one-liners through all of our lives.
Oh.
And you remember the Bounty, the Quicker Paper Picker-Upper?
The Quicker. Is it paper? Quicker.
Yeah, Quicker Paper Picker-Upper.
Picker-Upper.
And then we're trying to figure out who that actress was. The actress, that little tiny 4'5" woman that was the actress.
Oh, I got nothing. I can't see her.
They told me. I've already forgotten the name. Nancy Walker. Nancy Walker was the actress who played the Bounty paper.
The Bounty Paper Picker-Upper.
Quicker Paper Picker-Upper.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Good
then
tag. Where's
and
the beef?
where's the beef? And then
Good tag.
we had the line, "You're soaking in it."
That's right.
The palm olive,
Palmolive.
the palm olive.
Palmolive.
You're soaking
You're
in it.
soaking in it.
That's right.
What? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You're soaking in it.
we were talking about candy cigarettes.
Oh man, I love those. The
We
ones
love
they
those.
have now, even the ones that you can get from like Mexico or down south, they don't taste the same. Ours had that very peculiar.
Powdered sugar
Was
on
it good? I don't know if it
Was
was
it good?
but it was.
But there was nothing prettier than a 6-year-old girl wearing a Sunday dress, driving her little bicycle down the sidewalk, having a cigarette fag, a candy
and it
fag,
had the red on the end of it that was
to make it look like it was lit.
carcinogenic,
So it was
the
lit.
red ink.
Make sure it looked like lit. So you had a little cigarette hanging outside of your
Yeah.
mouth while you're driving a little bicycle down the sidewalk.
The other one is sweet tarts.
Sweet tarts.
The sweet tarts that I had as a child are not the sweet tarts that are out there now.
Oh no.
Our sweet tarts were softer and dissolved in your mouth.
Sweet
the ones
tarts.
now will break a tooth.
Oh, break a tooth, absolutely. And then the Pez candy dispensers.
Pez,
And they used to
always
they
Pez.
sold for a while the gun candy dispenser, the Pez
Oh, did they?
guns. You could fire in your mouth to practice for later in life when you were all depressed and took your Glock and put yourself out of misery. You started with
You
the
just
Pez
go
gun.
back to a happy place of your Pez gun.
That's right. I thought it was a Pez. I didn't know it was a real gun, said the corpse. Oh my God. And then we were talking about cigars, bubblegum cigars.
Oh
Those
no,
big fat bubblegum
not
cigars.
bubblegum cigars. Black licorice
The
cigar.
black
Oh,
licorice cigars. You remember those?
And down here, I
Oh,
can buy at Trader Joe's the soft black licorice cigars that I almost always take back for my brother-in-law. And then the two of us sit there and consume the bag and don't even think about the future. Don't think about it.
don't think about the
Don't
future.
think about it.
Think about the
That's right.
past and the present.
It's all now.
It's all the now. It's the here and the now.
Instant gratification. That's
Oh
what
my
it is.
God.
Yeah. And then
Remember-
the next,
Oh.
possibly 2 days you don't leave the house.
Oh, you don't leave the house because you can't get out of the bathroom. And then the old
I love
days when
that
we used to
soft
buy
licorice.
glass bottle Coca-Cola, real Coke, and have a chocolate bar with it at the same time.
And remember the little wax?
And then go for a bike ride.
The little wax Coca-Cola where you just
Oh, the wax
you
Coca-Cola.
bite the top
You
off
bought the top off. Yeah, bite the top off.
and you tuck that in your cheek for later, and then you drink the Coke, and then in goes. It's like the wax lips. You used to
The
be able to
wax
get
lips.
wax lips.
The wax lips. That's right.
Mhm.
Before the days of the Rolling Stones, we had the wax lips.
Oh, and I loved at the penny store those little here we go those little there we go. Strawberries. You'd get 2 for a penny.
A little
Oh,
strawberry.
because we're old.
Were they coated in like a sugar kind of?
Yes.
Oh, they're sugar. They
and
were in
it
a
was kind of a.
big container that you.
It wasn't marshmallow because I don't like
No,
marshmallow.
no, it was like
but
a gummy
was
bear or something.
Yeah,
Like a
it
gummy,
was not jelly, but
No.
it was.
chewable.
They're still out there. Those
They're still out
strawberries.
there.
You know why? You don't mess with a classic.
You Don't be messing with no classic. Oh man, the candies from our youth. How did we
And at
survive?
Christmas, we'd get the box that had one maraschino chocolate in it.
One maraschino chocolate.
It was big.
Remember those big,
It was big.
those square boxes, cubes,
Yeah.
like big cube boxes with one maraschino
My
covered cherry in
Sibs
it.
loved those things. And for me, even as a child, just a little too sweet. So
Tradesies.
that was money in my
That was
house.
money. That maraschino cherry was money in your house.
That's
Easy
right.
money.
So what do you got? in
What
your
do you got?
stocking?
What are you giving me for it? What are you going to give me for it? It's a maraschino
of
cherry,
course, the candy necklaces.
The candy necklaces.
Because you could wear them to school
Yeah.
and you could eat it.
You can eat it in class.
And bracelets, yeah.
The candy bracelets, remember those?
And ring pops. Oh,
Ring
that's-
pops.
That's more our daughter's generation.
Yes.
They take them to school and sit there and suck on them all
Suck
day.
on the ring pops.
It's
Oh.
like, well, I'll just make the appointment at the dentist. now.
Oh gosh. And then I'll call the psychologist.
Yeah.
This kid is sucking on this all day long. We got problems.
Yeah, we have no
This kid
oral
has mental.
fixation
This
going on
kid has
here.
mental problems.
Okay, on those candy notes,
On those candy
I'll
notes.
go make you breakfast.
Schmear! We got Schmear coming.
You sure you don't want remember my aunt when we go stay at my aunt's house. Before we went to bed for a bedtime snack, we'd get toast with butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. Here, girls, eat that, and then
And
off to bed you
off
go.
to bed you go. Pleasant dreams.
You won't have any problems falling asleep.
You're lying on bed.
I
You're
think
looking up
I'm
at the ceiling.
napping.
Oh.
But it was so good. Oh
Oh.
my god.
And then you had three kids in the back seat. One is sitting in this corner, one sitting in that corner, and the third one lying on the dash having a nap.
That was me. I was in the back window.
Back window, having a nap in the back window. That's what all
Yeah.
parents did with their kids.
Except my parents smoked in the car,
They
and I'll
smoked in
never
the
forget that smell.
Oh, you'll never forget the
Those-
smoke.
It didn't even
Smell.
smell like smoke or cigarettes. It had a very unique
My mom wore the Chanel number 5 and smoked in the car.
hostage in the back seat.
In a back of a Volkswagen with no roll down windows in the back.
You didn't need
Trapped. Oh, and mom wouldn't roll down the window. Oh, it's too
Her
cold
hair.
out. And her hair.
Her hair.
I'm gonna get my hair messed up. Oh, death by a million cuts. How did we survive? How are we here? How are we here today? Oh, Bruce has pronoun problems. Oh, the quilted quicker picker upper bounty. Oh, I want my MTV. What's wrong with that cat? Oh my gosh, my GameStop cover call is set at 190. Delicious gains, folks. About to buy back already. Beautiful stuff. GameStop right now 176.60, up 948. Here's an old one, Mr. Bubble. I recall going from the quicker picker upper became the quicker thicker picker upper, then became quilted quicker picker upper bounty. I like the wax Coke bottles with the different flavored liquid inside. Yes. DM, yes, no paper in the saying, laughing out loud. Trish to Dish, regional colloquial like pop versus soda. Pez in the head. Exactly, gas. I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan. Lighten up. Bruce, Uncle Bruce, I would never intentionally disrespect Auntie Jen, but one day you should try a McDonald's steak and egg bagel. It sounds improbable, but it is delicious, and I say better than a schmear. I'd have to try it sometime. Auntie, I could still buy that at around the corner at the farm. I'll chew on that wax after the drink. Oh, the savior, do cats bounce? Dead or alive? I'm so confused. Someone tell me a joke. Yippee-ki-yay, a little 7-year-old smoking, not thinking about the future, and have 7-year-old life crisis. What a cool blouse Jen has on today. NTPC, you can do too. Yeah, Bertie, you couldn't chew it long. The wax always won. I like pop rocks. Larry, I don't know much about dead cats, but I know that dead puppies aren't much fun. Oh, no. Have we talked about those wax Coke bottles or with maybe 1.01 ounces of flavored juice in it? FS Bano, Uncle Bruce, how about a poor man covered call on Matterport? Buy a call option strike at 15. We'll pay 13.60 for it. Then sell an option for Jan 21 strike 30 to $180 premium. Can I do that? You can do that if you want. Just got to make sure your call doesn't expire. Make sure it's out long enough if you want to play at that game. $25.98 on the Matterport right now, up $261. Spire $4.40 up 16 cents, and ATIP $3.43 up 22.5 cents. Mama Babe, I love the sleeves on what Jen is wearing. Larry, no one is going to get that reference. There's that floating hand again. Bertie, Auntie, with you are in my brain. I just bought Pop Rocks yesterday at 5 and below, laughing out loud. Ring pops are still on fire, by the way. I remember lighting a gum cigarette, then hopping on my motorcycle bike with the baseball card clipped on the back wheel to make the sound like a motor. Oh, the imagination of us kids. I proposed to my wife with a ring pop, and then I pulled out the real one when she thought I was joking. Cam, black cat chewing gum. I used to put it on my front teeth to scare my mom to think if someone knocked my teeth out. The ring pops were actually invented by psychologist Freud et al. To diagnose mental problems. Never seen Jen so hyper, laughing out loud. Joanne, gotta go, friends. Catch you this afternoon. Larry, I have a ring pop right now. I have no idea where this thing came from. It was a fun weekend. I don't remember half of it. The savior is saying those candy jewelry thingies are before our time. Maybe the Travel Channel may remember those. Yippee ki Have a good day, Joanne. Bama Jen, my parents did the same. I'm prepping a cinnamon sugar and butter bagel ATM at the moment. Birdie, Pop Rocks are the best. Peanut butter M&Ms changed the game. My grandkids are amazed at how they started cracking. That boxed chocolate was Brock's chocolate covered cherries. Mom got one every Mother's Day. Hologram Bruce, the Tootsie Roll squeeze is happening, tied with GameStop banksters losing their shorts over this one again. Auntie is laughing. What the hey, Spire? Spire 437. Chocolate mini booze bottles with booze inside. Yummy. Auntie, you were talking about them right before I thought about them. Thought about them. Great minds. Flesh always racing to 5 or free falling to 4. No in between that, Spire. Smoke them if you got them. But of course, someone really does not like Spire to go up. And I think we had the same chain smoker as a mom, Uncle Bruce. Wow, DWAC. Look at them go. Hopefully, we talk about about old game shows next time we get down memory road. SoFi up 65 cents to 16.37. We got GameStop at 176.28 up 9.16. We have Rocket Lab at 12.95 up 67. Matterport 25.73 up 2.37. ME holding 8.09 up 21. Spire 4.36 only up 12, backing off. ATIP up 22 to 343. Smart Rent up 47 cents and Sextera up 38 cents. The Dow holding a 527 gain. Make it 530 on the Dow. We're up 91 on S&P. NASDAQ up 413. So the big markets are still holding it all right now. They're holding those gains. These other stocks are fluctuating, obviously. 1301 on Rocket Lab now. How about wax teeth with flavor? I remember those. Uncle Bruce forgot to mention the buy option expiry to resume poor man's covered calls. A Matterport, buy a call option strike 15 July, pay 13.64 and a sell option for Jan 21 strike 30, $280 coming in premium. Is that any good? You can do that. I don't have a problem with that. You're getting a $280 return on a 1360 investment into a stock you love, and the hope is that you will have the contracts shrink down for you. The key here is to make sure the contract doesn't go through 30 to 35, because then you're gonna have to buy your 30 back, but you can then write maybe a 35 or a 40 against it. Keep going, as long as you can afford to do that. But of course, if the stock does go to 30, 35, your 15 is 20 to 25 in the money. So you're a happy camper, or 15 to 20 in the money. You're a happy camper there anyway. Hector, Uncle Bruce, remember this morning when you talked about rolling forward your long position on a poor man covered call? I did that. Right on, man. Nicely done, Hector. Well done. Good job, man. Good job. Yes, 1303 on Rocket Lab. We're up 75 cents, volume 1.2 million. This is the high of the day right now, 1305. SoFi 1648 climbing right now. GameStop 176.34 at up 9. Matterport 2590 down from the high of the day. The high of the morning was 2671, but we're 2590 up 254. Watching that closely. ME up to 810, up 22. Spire at 435. It's backed off from a high of 461. The low is 433. This is the low neighborhood right now. 209,000 traded. There is no volume here. ATIP 343. Last trade up 22 cents on 195,000. Holding most of the gain. The high of the day 348. That's an interesting market. Smart Rent up to 1064, Sixter at 1047. Amazing day here. Home Depot still down $1.50. IBM up 175 to 121.66. Microsoft up 850. Apple up 528. What a run on some of these stocks today. Just amazing. Jen, I can sense
Fields of green.
You are here. Fields of green. They like your top. They love your sleeve. They think that you have a wonderful blouse on there. There you go, folks. You can see that.
And you know why? See this? Long sleeve. Long sleeve.
So
probably first time since we left.
Since we left Canada, she's wearing a long sleeve top in the house.
It's overcast and it feels like it might rain.
It feels kind of rainy out.
I know.
That's unusual around here.
I know the plants are going, what?
What?
From the sky?
What? We don't have to wait for that
It doesn't come
sound?
from the ground?
This is kind of weird. Yeah. Where did this come from?
I know.
Yeah, interesting. Plants grow by themselves out in the wild? No.
No.
No, it's all man-made. Eeh, we got the schmear.
Got the schmear.
We got the schmear. We're going schmearing. What a day today. What a run today on the markets. Unbelievable.
Makes it feel like
Having
a
fun.
Friday. Doesn't it?
Yeah. Folks are saying we're having so much fun talking about old-time candy. The next thing we're going to do is talk about old-time shows on TV.
Oh. Well,
We do
this
that.
morning on the radio, because it's December, they're talking about Christmas cookies. And that always makes me, go
Nostalgic.
back to my
Nostalgic.
mom. And we'd come home
Yeah.
from school and she would have been baking all day. And she would do her best to keep our little fingers from stealing the cookies.
Not easy
or
to do.
bread.
5 kids.
Homemade buns. Oh.
How are you not supposed to eat that, Mom?
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, Mom. How are you
Yeah.
supposed to? That's impossible, Mom.
with homemade jam. Oh, and real butter.
The 60s.
Oh. So it makes me want to make cookies. I might have to, I'll go to Trader Joe's. Well, I already went and got the Lebkuchen, which is so good. It's so good.
Food.
Oh,
Food.
yeah.
Memories.
Memory. That's what food is.
Mhm.
That's why we eat in big occasions. We feed each other.
We feed each other.
It's homey.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
Homey times, baby.
that's right.
This is great. This is so good. Shmia, love it.
Shmia.
Mm.
Having food fights at the table because my mom didn't like peas, but my dad did. So peas would magically flick off of her plate. And then it was no holds barred.
5 kids, Mom and Dad, out of control.
Out of control.
Out of control. Oh, man. So good. So good. Spire's moving back up, 440 again. So far, 1648. VIX fell below 10. Wow. Is there a strategy called broke man covered call? Asking for a friend. There's a cold front in Alabama today, too. It rained here in LA. Game shows, different strokes, match game card charts, schmear campaign. Bruce is a rich man. Heard on the news, New York has a shortage of schmear and bagel shops. Bruce has it, California. I got it all. Make cookies, Jen. Oh. Yeah, he got the Costco bulk 6-pack. That's what I did. My 3 faves, Price is Right, Match Game, and Wheel of Fortune. Schmears. Hey, Mikey likes it. Mikey. I love peas. I eat peas and carrots like daily, where everybody knows your name. Oh my, my mama and I watch Wheel of Fortune religiously. It was appointment TV for us. The best game show is clearly Whose Line Is It Anyway? Oh yeah, Whose Line Is It Anyway? Colin Mockery. Oh my God. I don't know what this means. 10-day EMA? I don't know what that means. Whose stunk is it anyway? Ryan Stiles, Colin Mockery. Gold. Gold. Bob Barker, Richard Dawson, The Kisser, and Pat Sajak, and Vanna White. Irish drinking songs. I'll watch those on YouTube all day. Bertie Tio, Uncle, is there a limit as to how many times I can sell covered calls and buy back? As you know, I'm a day trader. I just keep getting a message flagged as a day trader. I'm confused. If your account is under $25,000, you could be flagged as a day trader. If you have a cash account, you can day trade all you want. You shouldn't have an issue. You may want to contact your broker and double check what the ramifications of that are. But there's so many trades allowed on the same security that can kind of mess you up. Some of the folks might respond to this comment for you. Colin Mockery is my second favorite Canadian after Bruce. The best game show? Press your luck. Anyone seen What's My Line? It's an old game show. Yeah, yeah. What's My Line? Um, I love these old game shows. You want to watch classic television? YouTube. What's My Line? The 50s, the 60s. Oh, wow. That was old school. Verdi, as long as you can maintain the requirements by your broker, What's My Line was the best. Exponential moving average. Okay, I'll get those thumbs up for Brucey. No whammies. Kids say the darndest things. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Who's seen Mr. Bean? Now that's an oldie but a goodie. Oh, the old Mr. Bean shows. Thanks to you. Can't believe Pat Sajik's still on the air after mocking the contestant with speech impediment. You can't do that on Canadian TV. I don't know. Colin Mockery and the guys on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Oh, funny stuff. Oh my. Lots of green here. Schmear. Steve Harvey. Hollywood Squares. The Newlywed Game. Oh man. Classics. The old games. The old TV games. My kids and I share that Hollywood Squares method of trying to make a joke answer first every time. People don't like it as much as they do on the show, though. Not a game show, but remember Love Connection? Oh man, I sold 1,700 $17 supply calls for 2023. As the stock rises to 1750, will I be exercised right away as it hits 1750, or will it run higher? The premiums are mine regardless, right? The premiums are yours. That's all yours, and you will not be exercised right away. It's unlikely. You might not be exercised at all, but you can buy back your contracts whenever you want and write new ones to replace them if you wish to, anytime you want. 1750 calls, and the stock's at 1647. Obviously, depending on when they expire, if the stock stays under the 1750, you won't be exercised. Keep the premiums if you like, and let them die worthless if you wish, or buy them at super cheap prices. Way to go. Or teach, Pat? Correct. You can't do that on television. Not for a game show. Mr. Limpet? Oh boy. Dow holding 534. Oh, Alex, rest in peace. Pat, premiums are always yours. Mm-hmm. Always yours. I've actually got a ton of work done these past couple days. It's a good thing I'm out of powder. There you go. 175 on GameStop, up $8. Dow's up 534. Mm, 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 mm. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Oh, so good. Love that bagel. With the schmear. And the markets are flying. What a morning. Stocks all over the map here. Watching all the former SPACs. Every stock is green today. What a day. What a day. Lampshade not going there. I'll just keep my left eye closed. Goldman going higher. They did a test run of the new match game in '08 with Norm MacDonald, Sarah Silverman, Rashida Jones, hosted by Andy Daly. It was great. Matterport 25.55, up 219 on the day, holding most of this game. The GameStop up 847, holding most of its game today. The Dow is at 540.99, S&P up 97 to 98 points, and NASDAQ up 456. Quite the run we have going here today. I think Uncle Bruce lets his old face slip when eating that bagel. Ed, Bruce, could you move a little to your right? Seems like the sun is creating a glare over your right shoulder. Yeah, it's kind of weird around here. It almost looks like a lamp. Interesting. It's funny how the cloud patterns, how it all kind of works out. The mirage thing in the desert, that's the one thing you got to get used to around here. You're in the desert. It's kind of quirky, kind of goofy. By the way, thank you to all of you who are responding to my request. If you are attending this Saturday's meet and greet with Jennifer and I in Ontario, you made a donation to our cause, and you're coming up. You've been sending emails to us to let us know that you're showing and who exactly is coming. We appreciate that. Please, if you haven't yet let us know that, please send me an email right here, hotmail.com, Bruce Farmer. Tell me, yeah, Bruce, I paid for one or two people. Here's who's coming. Here are the names, who's attending the meet and greet to see you guys. We're just organizing our swag bags and all the giveaways and stuff, and we're trying to put it all together and be organized about it. That's this Saturday in Ontario, on California, at the Ontario Mills Mall location of the Outback Steakhouse, just south of the mall itself, just across the street from it. And we are looking forward to the big old meet and greet, the first time ever that Jen and I will be meeting our viewers in an organized event, and we're excited. We're pumped up, and looking forward to seeing you there. So please send me an email and say, "Hey, Bruce, yep, definitely coming. Here are the names," because we need to make sure who can get in and who can't. We don't want any trolls busting in there, so we're making sure we know who's coming, and we got security. Don't worry, we got linebackers. Don't worry about that. Should be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it. I love the lamp. Ron Burgundy reference, says Ratish. The lamp bulb looks brighter this morning. A change in the bulb just may have made the difference. Bruce, stop missing my head and sort that lamp out, please. Hector, Uncle Bruce, in the mornings when I hear Auntie Jen's voice, my body stands and wanders to the kitchen to toast a bagel. This Pavlovian thing is real. I'm telling you right now, I got to eat when you eat. What can I say? It is what it is. We're up 19 cents on Spire, 443. ATIP, 342.3 cents, up 21.3 cents. Smart ran up 47 cents. Sextera up 37 cents today. Home Depot was only down 4 cents. It's about to break even again. That might mean everything is green again. IBM is up 149. The Dow is up 542 points. Microsoft up 906. Apple up 576. Tesla up $37. Bed Bath Beyond up 75 cents. BlackBerry up 38. Royal Caribbean up 135 to 73.60. Goldman up $12 to 401.31, holding that gain. Amazon up 84.91. Facebook up 772. Google up 78.75. What a run. Cisco up 64, 57.62 on Cisco. That is where we've got a bunch of our stocks right now. The Dow up 542. What a run. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you also for these thumbs up so far. 368 thumbs ups have come into this show now. I do appreciate this. It helps put us on the map, and we thank you all. Those of you who have been helping us out, giving us this little boost, we appreciate it very much. I just got to plug in my big-ass iPad. It's running out of juice over there. There we go. Sorry, got that figured out. Good. I was kind of wondering, why is it looking so tired? It's running out of juice. 375, the thumbs ups count. Here we are, 375. Thank you all for this so far. It looks like 400 just around the corner. Fantastic. Very appreciated. Let's see what's going on right here. Beach Boy is saying I dropped a stink offer on my Cisco 55s for January for $4.90 till Friday. I'm sitting by the lake right now. We'll see if this happens. Let's hope so. They're coming on. The shares are a little better, and a little better day in, the day out. Right now, as we sit here at 57.66, they're $2.67 in the money, and they have till January. So a little bit of time premium. We'll see if the stock wants to give us a little more, and they'll take you out, and you deserve it. Michael, I had to roll my darn Apple calls. I should have closed out yesterday. I got greedy, says Michael. Carol O.V., this is a $3 super sticker for Uncle Bruce. Thank you very much, Carol. Very kind of you to make these donations from time to time. All of you who do these, thank you. Again, I'm just adjusting my pillow. Sorry, folks. At 4'8" tall, I'm constantly trying to, step up here. And I'm going to try to pull off the big fake out on the meet and greet. I'm going to be wearing my leg extensions, at the event, so that I look like I'm not anywhere near 4'8" tall. It's going to be kind of tricky because with live audiences, you know how they are. They're going to be looking in, watching everything I do. And so we'll see how I can do. I hope I have the endurance to be able to stand up on those extensions to pull off the big fake out and keep everybody guessing just how tall is Uncle Bruce in real life. That is the dealio right there. Uncle Bruce is going to be just three kids stacked on top of one another in a trench coat. That's actually what's going to happen here. We know the game, Bruce. You're not fooling us. Uncle Bruce, don't forget the platform shoes. Don't forget those too. Just keep adding. Just keep adding it. There you go. We're up 560 on the Dow. Higher. We're going higher. It's higher. We're up to 98 on the S&P. I think we're going to break 100 on the S&P 500. 445 gain on NASDAQ. 2.92% on NASDAQ today. 2.14 on S&P and 1.6 right now on the Dow. That's where we are at this point in time here at 10:55 Eastern time so far. That's the kind of gain we're running here. A big gain on the big markets. Very, very interesting. Rocket Lab is at 1278, and then SoFi is 1634. We got GameStop 174.62, Matterport 25.18, ME 807, Spire 441 up 17, ATIP 342 up 21.5. Smart Rent up to 1082 now. Smart Rent pushing up to 11. Cyxtera 1046. So just a little bit better here and there. I didn't believe. If I didn't believe in you, Spire, I would have left you long ago. That being said, get off your butt and get going up. Oh, enough already. Slapping myself for believing. I hope SoFi can hold this gain. I just want to see SoFi add a couple of dollars to this gain. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a real run here. I'm happy that it's up 57 cents, but I want to be up 257. That's what I want to see. Let's hope, says John. Ratish, I need SoFi to get back to 23 so I can make money on my February calls. There you go. That's all it is, and that's really only just one good day away. That's all you need. Just one good day. Bring out the news, people. Give us the reason for a shot, and we'll be there. Let's hope for the best. Well, of course, a bigger run would also be welcome, says Coyote. Bernie, Tio, Uncle, thanks for all you share. Gotta run. Have a great day. Sincerely, your idiot nephew. Bernie, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Beach Boy, just place an empty wooden box by the microphone. That's all you need to do. Just an empty wooden box. Get on that, and you're good to go. AV8 or hey Bruce, my Cyxtera warrants are up 10.5%. Why would the be over double the gain of the stock? Probably just because they may have not traded much in the last couple of days, or there's speculation that there's more coming, and people are anticipating a good move here. I can't be more specific than that. I got nothing for you. Don't new. Cyxtera is now 1046, up 36 cents. Go, baby. Go, baby, go. Please go. That would be terrific. We're up 572 now in the Dow. Another 10-point gain here. We're at 98.5 on S&P 500, pushing for 100-point gain. Keep going. Smart Rent, says Auntie Larkin. Afraid to sell weekly calls and SoFi because we're overdue for a single day 10% run. We're overdue for a big pop here, and I don't want to get caught up. Well, there's the situation right there. You want to write a cash secured put. If you're thinking of a pop up, you write a cash secured put instead, and go for some premiums and try it that direction. Stock goes up, you make money. What can I say? Up to you how you want to play it. Never a dull moment. What are we at now in thumbs ups? We have 388 thumbs ups right here, right now. Thank you, everybody. We're only 12 away from 400 today. If you're able to pop a thumbs up together for us, please try and do that for us and help us out. Get us over the hump of 400 thumbs ups on this morning show. Let the YouTube community know there's this channel out there that talks about these stocks all the time. And they sometimes all go up at the same time. It's incredible. It's unbelievable. 393 now, 393 thumbs ups, only 7 to go. This is good stuff. I thank you all so very, very, very much. 393 last straight, 397 now on the thumbs ups category, 397. And that puts us over ATIP, which is 343. Now, 397 thumbs ups is great, but we need to get to 441 to catch Spire. So can we get 441 thumbs ups to catch Spire? Can we do that? More thumbs up than what Spire's trading at? We're at 404 now. Thank you for getting me over 400. That is awesome. 441 is Spire, and we have 408 thumbs ups. Come on, baby. Keep those thumbs ups coming in if you can hit them. 411 now. We're only 30 behind Spire's trading price of 441. 413 thumbs ups now have come in as they are rolling through. 414. There's another one. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. Thank you guys. So appreciate it when I beg you for thumbs ups. You guys respond and hand them out to us. 419 thumbs ups now. Beautiful stuff. The Spire is 441. We got 419 thumbs ups. I thank you. We can get to 600 thumbs up, says Ratish. We can get to 600 easy. 423 now have come in. We're only 18 away from catching the Spire stock of 441 a share. After Spire, we got to go to 801 to catch ME. 425, 427 thumbs ups. We're 14 away from the Spire trade of 441. How about that? 14 away from 441 thumbs ups. Now we are 13 away at 428 in the house, sitting on 428 thumbs ups right now. 429. Oh, thank you, everybody. We are closing in with only 12 thumbs ups away from catching 23andMe. No, catching Spire at 443. Spire just moved up to 443. We're at 430, 429 on the thumbs ups meter here. We're getting close. We're really coming in here. We're within 13 or so now, 13 or so thumbs ups away from hitting the Spire trading price of 443, which makes it up 19 cents. 430 thumbs ups and counting. Thank you. 431. There's another one. There's another one. Here it comes. It's happening. 434. It's happening. 9 away. Just 9 away. 435. 8 short. Only 8 thumbs ups away now. Oh, 437. And Spire just went to 444. 7 away. 444 to 437 is the game right now. As we are trying to catch Spire, the stock, we're at 438 thumbs ups, 6 away. Now we got 441. We're 3 below the stock price of 444. And we got it. We have matched the stock price of Spire at 444 thumbs ups. And now we have exceeded it at 447. So Spire, it's time for you to go higher. We're at 446, 447 on the thumbs ups. A beautiful job, everybody. Thank you all so, so much. As you are pushing us now into the 450 mark. This is awesome. There it is, 450 thumbs ups. All we need now is 354 more, and we'll catch ME at 804. Woo-hoo! We'll move on. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. 589 points on the Dow. What a gain on the Dow today. 101 on the S&P 500. 590 on the Dow, 101, 102 on S&P, 441, 451 now on NASDAQ. All 3 big markets pushing the high of the day right here, right now. And it's helping our stocks, definitely helping our stocks. Unbelievable day today. 444 on Spire, 344 on ATIP, 804 on ME, Matterport 2553, GameStop 174.31 up 719, SoFi 1628. And Rocket Lab 1289. What a day today. Amazing. Green everywhere today. Rakesh, I agree with that. Ritesh, I mean. Yes. Okay, let's match the Matterport stock down. We did it, guys. Thank you so much. The Matterport, Matterport 2550. Let's do that. Yeah, okay. They can Spire and Matterport are the same thing. Fabulous, everybody. Fabulous, and it's much, much, much appreciated. There you go. That is what's going on right now today, kids. We are running along here. Appreciate it. And thank you for responding to me, letting me know you're coming out for the meet and greet this Saturday at the Outback Steakhouse. I've got an order in for bagels from our friends at Sherman's Deli. We got bagels coming from Sherman's Deli, heading out to that restaurant. You'll be going home with bagels. Just get out there. Let me know you're coming. Let me know you're definitely coming out there. I can't wait to see you. And it'll be kind of fun to do the meet and the greet on Saturday from 11:30 till 2. Should be a good time. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today on this show. Appreciate that. Also, those of you who have been taking classes, learning how to write options, it has really made a difference in your ability to follow these markets. A lot of you now are learning things you never thought you'd learn. A lot of you are beginning to make money writing options. You never thought that the market would be able to help you fund your lives. Some of you have found out and figured out rather abruptly that you can make more money writing call options from the comfort of your house than working all day long. You figured this one out. It's pretty simple. If you're able to write 20 or 30 calls on different stocks that you already own, if you have thousands of shares of different companies, or you make arrangements and you adjust your portfolio to hold stock in companies where you want to write options against it, all of a sudden you guys are figuring out, oh my God, Bruce, I write 10 of these. I write 10 of these Matterport contracts and bring in 250. That's $2,500. I'm bringing in $2,500. And, I'm buying these back from time to time. I might buy them back in like a day or a week or 2 weeks. If I can do this twice a month and even pull in 1,500 profit on each trade, write them for 2,500, buy them back for 1,000, I'm clearing $3,000 a month on these Matterport shares. That's three extra $1,000 a month that I can't make that much more working full time or part time for anybody. I can't make that kind of money. This is making a difference. Some of you who are now writing, you have 3 or 5 or 800 shares of GameStop. Your lives have really changed, because if you can write 5 contracts on GameStop that can bring you in, say, $8 every couple of weeks, $10 every couple of weeks, you guys are bringing in $5,000 every 2 weeks on GameStop. That's 10,000 a month coming in the front door. What do you need to work for? What do you need to go to work for 40 hours a week for, and the commute time to the office and back, the cost there and back, the cost of lunch there, the coffee break money you got to spend, give all that up, make this money through your own account at home, which is more than you're making at work, and get a life. Absolutely have a life. And you know what? Your day starts at 9:30 Eastern time and is over at 4 o'clock Eastern. Your day's done. And you get Monday holidays from time to time. You get other holidays from time to time. This isn't a bad gig, and you don't have to do it every day of the week. You don't have to write options all the time. If you had a good 3 weeks to start the month, you might take the last week off and say, hey, I'm done. I don't need to write options for like a week and a half from now. Or you've written contracts that are good for 2 months, and you're not even going to bother working the market every day now for the next month and a half. You're going to take a 5-6 week break, let those contracts just depreciate over time. Thank you very much. You're so out of the money. This has changed lives, and I'm excited for you. A lot of you you're watching my classes, and then you are reaching out to me and saying, Bruce, I've watched 2 classes, 4 classes, 5 classes. I am writing options. It's really meaning something to me. It's really making a difference. I would like to talk to you one-on-one just to make sure I'm not missing anything. I want to be sure I'm on top of everything. I want to make another investment. I want a one-on-one meeting with you for an hour. And you're reaching out to me to do that. And I tell you, it is so inspiring to get to talk to you folks and find out how you're doing, where you're at, and then give you a couple of tidbits, a couple more pieces of advice that just instantly make you even more money. And boy, I'll tell you, it is exciting stuff, knowing that there are thousands of you watching me all the time. Some of you watch me for 10, 20 minutes at a time, and you leave and you come back, you leave, you come back. A bunch of you watch me only on the reruns because you can't watch me live. You're just not able to do it. And then you let me know through private emails or these one-on-one consultations. You let me know how you're doing and what the difference that it's made to your lives and making to your account, making to your bank account. And I'll tell you, I am really excited about how this is working for you guys, that it is making such a difference to your existence. This is cool. This is really cool to know. And it's available for all of you out there. You do not need to be intimidated by these markets. You do not need to be afraid about being an option writer. You do not need to worry about doing it. You just have to give yourself some time to get used to this new lingo we talk about, how we talk about doing different trades, and sell to open and buy to close and all this sort of stuff. It's new terminology. You just have to learn it. But hanging around with this gang here, becoming a member of this channel and asking questions, the members here will likely even help you with answers that they'll get to before I can get back to you. Or you can reach out to me, or do the one-on-ones. It's working, and it's making a difference out there. I know a lot of you who watch me now aren't going back to work. You're not going to go back to your jobs because you found the promised land, and you now have figured out, oh, this is what the hedge funds do. Oh, this is what pension funds do. I didn't know they did that over there. That's why they have those 85-story towers in downtown Manhattan, these 40, 50, 60, 80, 100-story buildings filled with all kinds of people who do this. Oh, I'm in on that. I'll do that from my house, though. Thank you very much. I can do this from the comfort of my car. I can do this from my local Starbucks. I can do this when I go to the mall. I can do this in my Costco store. If I need to do some shopping at Costco and I need to do a trade, I can just grab a hot dog for $1.50 and a drink and have a seat in the food court, and I can pull out my phone and I can trade contracts, just like Bruce taught me, right from that Costco store. You're never missing the market. It's always with you. Going on a holiday? Oh my gosh. Going for a drive, going to see a friend, going to Cancun, going to Europe. It doesn't matter. Take your phone with you. Just get your internet hooked in, and you're in business no matter where you are. You are never not in business. It's a change, and I'm excited for you. Take advantage of it. Check out the classes. 2 hours a class on average. Watch them one at a time. Watch 1 or 2 a week, and slowly build up your knowledge about what we're doing here. Get more comfortable with it. You'll notice we're talking about the stocks we're talking about all the time. Even in the classes, I show examples of actual stocks that we follow here every day. And that'll get you comfortable. You'll understand, oh, yeah, that's what he's talking about with GameStop, or with SoFi, or with whatever. Fascinating stuff. Way to go, everybody. Congrats. Joshua, thank you. Come on, Uncle Brucey. Bye all, says Mark. I can't believe that M&G is already this Saturday. The meet and greet is coming up. Attico Bruce will have some security guards with mozzarella and basil in their breath. Do you think that the money for the shareholder money has been invested in Spire yet? Nope. No, it's only just started. It's only just starting. We haven't even started yet. Cody, option writing is my fallback plan if I get fired or some point on my substandard programming, laughing out loud. Uncle Bruce classes are awesome. They made a big difference to me, says Aurora. Coyote, laughing aloud. Me too. KW, I have a basic understanding and I have written call options. What class do you recommend to go to the next step for me? KW, just watch them all. Just systematically go through each one of them. It's not a race. There is no 1 or 2 classes only that you should watch. You need to really absorb the whole thing. And there are more classes coming. I haven't finished yet. There'll be more coming. So stand by, and we'll keep you posted on it. Writing options for a living from Costco is the life. Writing options for a living from Costco is the life. Now you're talking. Yes, being able to drive into a spot, walk into your favorite Starbucks store, enjoying your coffee, looking at the markets, making the odd trade, sipping on your coffee, watching people run like crazy back to their offices because they're under unbelievable bearable pressure. They're being sent down there by their boss to buy the boss a coffee. You're watching those folks going, you poor saps. Oh my God. You go to buy to close these GameStop call options. Yeah, absolutely. Same here, says Matthew Gowdy. Same here. Matthew, apparently a bunch of us are subpar programmers with imposter syndrome. Become option writers instead of program writers. You might find it's a lot more lucrative to you. Absolutely. Bruce, you paint an awesome picture, and that is the goal. And I tell you, that's what it's about. The funny thing, too, is you don't need to be handling $1 million account to be a self-employed individual, to be on your own. You don't need a million under management. The theory used to be you work for 30 years and you save money, and it compounds and it compounds. And then when you hit 50, 60, you can finally retire. And here people are realizing, you know what? If I'm sitting on 200 shares of GameStop, 35 grand worth of stock, I can write two contracts at a time. And if I'm writing a call on a Monday that expires on Friday, and I'm getting $10 for this thing, and I buy it back for $2, I'm making $8 a contract in a 4-day window times two. That's 800 a contract. That's 1600 net this week. Why am I killing myself? If I can do that 4 times a month, on average, that's 6,400 a month coming in on average with 200 shares. Now, if you take $25,000 and buy 1,000 Matterport, that's 10 Matterport contracts you're writing at a time. You can write 10 $250, $3 contracts and score $1.50 a week on a contract. That's 1,500 a week on Matterport. I mean, that's only $25,000 at where's the $1,000,000 you're supposed to have to be either retired or self-reliant? Or how about having 500 Matterport, 500 SoFi, and a couple hundred GameStop? You got like 50, 60 grand in the market, 65, 70,000. You're going to bring in 7, 8, 10,000 a month. You can do that. You can really do that from option depreciation. You've got to pay attention and learn how it works. There are some of you out there who are sitting on, I know it, I know this. Some of you out there are sitting on mutual funds you've had for years. You got 80 grand in this mutual fund or these ETFs or whatever you're sitting on, and they're giving you 2 or 3% returns, 4% returns. And this 60, 70, $80,000 could be giving you an income right now that could be replacing maybe your part-time job and your wife's part-time job, or keeping your wife out of the workforce entirely so she doesn't have to work at all. And that, more time for the kids, more time for looking after the house, whatever the situation, whatever you want it to be. You want to be a full-time RVer? You want to get out in an RV and travel for the next 3 years, 5 years, sell all your possessions and get out of the mortgage and or get out of the apartment you're renting or whatever you're doing, and you want to be in an RV now for the next full time for the next couple of years? Become an option writer. You can make a living while on the road. Hello, it can be done. There are people out there who are trading options, writing options in their RVs at campsites or on BLM land. All you need is an internet connection. You just make the investment in the rig and in the system, and you can be an option writer. And think about the overhead inside a rolling RV. You might have a $2,000 a month overhead total, the whole thing per month, $2,500 per month overhead. I don't know. You don't need to make 20 grand a month to live in the RV lifestyle. You don't need that. The escape is possible. Some of you who want to travel, once this COVID thing eases up a bit, you want to travel like a nomad, like Jen and I, just grab your phone, grab your iPad or your laptop or all of them, and just go with the backpack. And you are trading your options wherever you are. It doesn't matter. And you're generating revenue from wherever you're at through your internet connection, through your brokerage firm. It's electronic transfer of funds. All you need is an ATM machine to pull money out if you need cash. Use a debit card to make purchases. I mean, it can be done all through this new world in which we live. The trick of it is to learn how to write option contracts to generate income from investments you're holding. You can write options on ETFs. If they're exchange traded funds, you can write options against your ETFs. Think about that. If you're sitting on technology funds, bond funds, growth funds, dividend funds, doesn't matter. You can write options on this stuff. Make it make you more money. Why are you giving it away to the professionals? Pointless. You might as well be making it for yourself. It can be stocks. It can be whatever you're comfortable playing with. Poor man covered calls, of course, can be done as well. Fantastic. Anyway, there you go, man. I'm trying to retire when I'm 30. Thanks. That's why 8 got into the market, 35 at the latest. Ritish, I can't wait until ATP gets to 20. I can write 40 contracts at a time. Just think about that. 40 contracts. If you can clear $1 a month on 40 contracts, you write them for 180, buy them back for 80 cents, just using that. That's $4,000 a month to you from 4,000 shares. Nice. Wow. Uncle Bruce, my wife said no to RV life van after everything that happened this summer. There you go. I'm relieved I'm not a van life person. And you don't have to be a van life person. If you want to be a traveler, you don't have to be a van life person. You can be a traveler in a car, and you can always do the bed and breakfast thing. You have a little bit of a nest egg to live off of for a few months, and then you're generating option revenue to keep bringing that money in, to keep replenishing that account. Yeah, there's ways. There's ways. I don't know. You gotta want it though. You gotta want it. If you don't want it, you're never going to go and get it. I'm working on it, Bruce. I have a 3-year plan, which involves getting the kids out of the house. Now you're talking. Van life actually depresses me. I see so many people who can't afford a home settling for a van. Feels gross and backwards. Again, it all depends on what your perspective is. There are folks who are living in Class C motorhomes that are really nice. They got all the bells and whistles, slide outs, satellite, everything. And then there are those who are in 20-year-old RVs that are restoring them as they're driving them and living in them at the same time. It runs the gamut. It totally runs the gamut. The Larkin Sports Bruce scored some June SPY calls that are currently way up. Please teach me an exit strategy. I only know how to close losing positions. If you sell something like that, you're up a lot of money. A game plan you can use is you sell out and use only half the dough to buy a new position in those calls further out, or just as many calls as you had, and the other half of the dough you diversify into something else. I don't know what you need with the other half of the money. You have bills. You want to buy some other stock to write options against. You want to play the cues. I have no idea. It's up to you. Ratish, Gody, different priorities. I know a few that do that, and they just value spending on experience and are traveling all the time. Ratish, oh yeah, I get that aspect of it too. Midnight Adventure, I wouldn't mind a van life once a year for a week. There you go. One of their RVs cost 130 grand. It is better than my house. Living in luxury, I know that too. The van life can be, really raw or right up to the top and everywhere in between. I mean, everywhere in between. There is no dollar level where you can't get into this. It's amazing. Ratish, Midnight Adventure, let's start up a Turo for RVs. Coyote, just with any automobile depreciating value, houses don't really do that. Way more stable, safe, secure. Just my view on it as it's growing trend. I noticed that. Wonder why is it growing? Look, for some folks, it's a 2-year getaway. That's all it is. It's just a 2-year getaway. I just want to go. I want to get away for a couple of years. I've never done it before. I've always wanted to do it. I'm going to take a 2-year pause, and maybe you rent your house. You're in a house, you rent it, put your stuff in storage, rent the house for a couple of years, get a friend or a relative or a brother or mom or dad, someone to help collect the rent on it, and then get away. Whatever. There's no limit to this. Ratish, that's 130 going to depreciate like hell. Well, again, it's all up to you. Isn't there a super luxury RV with a sports car you can pull out from under it? There's all kinds of those. As an accountant, yep, usually 20% a year. Yep. Yeah, I'm not knocking anyone that does van life. Didn't mean it that way. You buy a used one and it's 40 grand. How much can you lose? 40 grand. If you take good care of it, a couple of years down the road, you probably still get 35 for it. So it costs you 5 grand for 2 years in depreciation. You know what? If you put the van inside a holding company, you do your trading inside of a holding company, the depreciation of the van is inside the holding company. The money that you're making in the holding company has expenses, including depreciation. Hello? Can you do that now? Hello? That's a write-off. I'd consider RV life now that work from home is a thing, and all I need is a Starlink connection. There you go. Ratish says socials. Yep. Michael, hey, Bruce, just curious. If you were to describe the best stocks to write options on, how would you? Is it just the most volatile ones? Yes and no. Actually, yes and no. Something like Goldman Sachs, I keep referring to Goldman Sachs. You can buy in the money calls for Goldman Sachs that are going to cost you like maybe $4,000 or $5,000 instead of buying 100 shares for $40,000. But with 40 grand, instead of buying 100 shares of Goldman Sachs, you buy 8 call options that are in the money. 8 call options. You now write 8 options against the 8 call options. So you're writing 8 short-term calls. They're 2 weeks long per. They're $5, $10, $15 ahead of the market. You're watching them like a hawk. And if you can bring in $3 a week, $2 a week on 8 contracts, that's 1,600 a week. You bring in $4 a week, that's 3,200 a week. Hello, bring in $5 a month, that's 4,000 a month against your $40,000 investment. There's some money in them there hills. You don't need $1,000,000 to get away. So many of you have a home, you have mortgages, you have assets, you have like 2 cars, 3 cars, you've got all kinds of other stuff. And in theory, you could dump everything, have the big, 6-month liquidation, sell it all, right? Pay off the mortgage, if we'll sell the house, pay off the mortgage, and look at the leftover. And you're sitting on, I don't know, $200,000 in equity. And with $200,000, you could buy a combination of Apple stock, say 50 grand worth of Apple, 50 grand worth of Microsoft, 50 grand of GameStop, 50 grand of Apple or Goldman Sachs, or just in the money calls on Goldman and Apple and Microsoft, and then buy some GameStop, and then just write calls on all of that stuff. In effect, you're writing calls on your $200,000 of equity, and you're trying to bring in 10 to 20% a month, or sorry, 5 to 10% a month is what you're trying to bring in on your equity. That's 10 to 20 grand a month that you're trying to bring in. And if you can, live on 5,000 or less, the rest is saved, added to the portfolio to grow it, and the portfolio needs to produce less to make just as much. I mean, if you want to make 20,000 a month writing options, and you've got $200,000, you need to make 10% a month. But if you have $400,000 and you want to make 20 grand a month, you only have to produce 5% return, income return. You got $1,000,000, obviously it's even less. So if you're building the return, which is more than you need to live on, you're adding to your account every month, which takes the heat off the account to generate as much return. It makes it easier. And in effect, if you're just as effective with managing 250,000 as you are 200,000, or 350,000 as you are managing 250,000, you are living a good lifestyle, and you are living the life you want to live for now. Now, maybe in 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, you get sick of it. You want to get back into a house ownership situation. You want to be in a residential environment again. But you may find that with all the traveling you've done, you don't want to go back to the hometown you used to come from. You want to be somewhere else. You've decided to live somewhere else now. And you may find that you will live somewhere else full time, but you won't be a buyer. You'll just be a renter, keeping this capital under administration that generates more than you need to live on. And if you're doing it inside a corporation, the entity is the moneymaker, and you're an employee of the entity along with your significant other if you're traveling with somebody else, and or children if you're putting everyone on the payroll somehow. If you're only doing that, you may find that nobody makes enough money to pay a lot of taxes, but collectively we make enough money to live a comfortable life. And the bulk of the money is made by the corporation, and it pays corporate tax much lower than your personal income tax. You might find that might be the way to go. You got to talk to a tax advisor, a professional who can help you organize this life. It's a question of how bad do you want it? It's as simple as that. Jennifer and I sold our house in Creston. We don't own a house now. We don't have an apartment. We have a storage unit in Calgary with our stuff in it. That's it. Got a storage unit. We're on the road now. And we're quite happy for now to be doing this. We want to travel for a while. We're crossing our fingers and hoping the COVID variants calm down and everything will be all right, but we want to travel. And at age 66, I don't have many more chances to do this. If I were 36, I'd have the rest of my life. But I'm 66. What is the rest of my life? Can I be this healthy and this able to travel for the next 5 or 10 years, 15 years? What do I got? Well, how much have I got left? 14 years from now, I'm 80. How much traveling am I going to do? Where and how am I going to do it? So now is the time for us. Now is the time. And so lucky for me, I can do this with you with the internet connection wherever I happen to be at. And so at the moment, it's Palm Desert, California. Love it. We're happy. We're hoping to do this a couple more months, January, February. And then from there, we're moving. We're traveling. And stick around for that. It should be a lot of fun. Thank you all for being here today so much. If I had 130 grand, it would all go to Webull. Ratisha, they don't do that yet with Starlink. The satellite needs to be stationary. Let's see. Landlord life can be soul crushing. I do what Uncle Bruce says, getting in and out of stocks every single day, making 1 to 3,000. That's a lot of money. I lived in my car for a semester as a junior in college, though my car was a 4-door Nissan Sentra and not a $130,000 RV. Planet Fitness, though, $10 a month, free showers and Wi-Fi. Homelessness tip. There you go. Midnight Adventure, I'm in it for a few grand on SHIB. Coyote, you too? I did the same. But at Bally Total Fitness in 1314. Let's see here. Oh my God. My SoFi is going back up again. All right, SoFi 1633 up 61. GameStop 171 up 460. Matterport 2512 up 176. ME only up 3 cents. Spire up 18. ATIP up 27 to 348. Backing up a little bit right now. Oh man, let's see. Yeah, a lot of talking between viewers right now about what's going on. The Dow is up 521 right now, off a little bit from its high. S&P up 94, Nasdaq up 431. We've had a great run to this market so far today. It's been very, very good. No complaints here at all. We're going to see how all this goes. The meeting circuit continues. I'll see you all this afternoon. Fantastic. And thank you. So much fun, so much further to go. Every day is an adventure here. It's never a dull moment, and it keeps evolving. We're going to keep on top of this market, keep on top of these shares, and see where they take us, and kind of go from there, one moment at a time, one trade at a time, one contract at a time, one penny at a time. That's how we're going to do it, and we'll see what's going on with this market later this afternoon. I'll be back today at 3 this afternoon for the final hour of the day today. I invite you to join me this afternoon. And let's finish the market off together today. We'll see how it fares from here to there and towards the end. And how about that? Apple, I sold my calls too soon, says David. Can we get Uncle Bruce 25 more likes? Is that even possible? What do we got now? 475 likes have come on in. Thank you so much for these so far, everybody. If any of you out there are able to throw a thumbs up our way, that would get us towards that 500 thumbs up total, and that would be pretty darn cool. 482 now, all of a sudden, just pow, they came in here. 18 to go. Now we have 489. I need only 11 more thumbs ups. Now 492, 8 away from 500. Thank you so much for helping out. 494 now, 6 to go. It's going to happen. We're going to get it. 495 are in, 5 left to get to make 500 thumbs ups, and I feel it coming. I can feel it. It's going to happen here any moment. 497, 3 away. Oh, you got to love it. 3 away, 499. How about that? There's a stink offer. 499 right there. 1 to go, and we got 500 thumbs ups, and I feel it. There it is right there, 501. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I love this. Rob is saying, I sold a 180 for Friday this morning, $11. Just bought it back for $8.55. Nice job there, Rob. Easy money. To pay $100 for a class, to be able to do that, isn't that great? $245 profit. That pays for 2.4 classes right there. And Rob doesn't have to take the class again and again and again. He's figured it out. He's doing it. Well done, buddy. Way to keep going. Like the video. Ingrates, like it. Rob, way to go, buddy. 500, they say. Have a good rest of the Uncle Day, Bruce. Thank you so much. I'd be happy with $4,000 a month. Well, Rob just made $250 in an hour. Not bad. In the future, Bruce Bruce Minstrels will write musical ditty in your honor. Okay. I had to laugh about that stink offer. Yeah. Uncle Bruce, advice: should I take the poor man covered call class first or start at class one? If you can, I would start at number one and just go through them. Not in one day. Take your time and just go through them. But you can always watch that one first, and then eventually watch number one. Totally up to you. Any order you want. You can rewatch these classes again and again and again, so that you can remind yourself what you forgot or what you may have missed. You bet. That's the beauty of these classes. It's an a la carte thing. You just buy one at a time. You don't have to buy all 10. Enjoy, enjoy, make money. Do what Rob does. Make money. I love it. Splair, see y'all later. Rob, I watch it go to sleep at night now. I watch it to go to sleep at night now. We'll place my orders next week after classes end. Looking forward to more studying. Right on, Ratish. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock for this afternoon show. Let's see how the markets go for us at that time, and we'll see if we can get you richer today. Thanks, everybody, for all your support. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now.